Well, good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome into Season Starfall Hot Zone Showdown. I'm Goj, I'm going to be your host today, and it's so good to be back with you here for some more Delta Force. Thanks for staying patient. I know you guys have been waiting a little while if you're watching on all of our streams all over the place. We got our players ready to go, and we should be starting games very soon, but we got a lot to talk about. So first, I need to remind you to download Delta Force now. The brand new season is here, and you got to get your hands on it. They dropped a ton of new content with this new season passes, new weapon skins, new maps, new modes. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and it just happened as of like yesterday. I believe January 18th was the drop of the new season, so go download the game right now. You can do that on Steam, of course, but also just online via the official launcher on the website, and all of that info is down below for you. Now, we are live all over the place, and Delta Force is on every single social media you can think of, all right? So make sure you go drop a follow wherever you're watching, like the video, of course, and drop a follow if you're like with us on Twitch, for instance. Go ahead and drop a follow. There's a lot of information that Delta Force posts on socials. You definitely want to be staying up to date on that and making sure that you're joining the official Discord, folks. There's like almost 500,000 of you already in the official Discord. So join the official Discord not only for socials, but also if you join the official Discord and connect your Discord account to your official Delta Force account, you get 100 Delta tickets in game, which is super exciting. So some fun stuff here as well for you, some extra rewards, and of course you can use those in game should you get the rewards to get some really cool stuff. I've been using Delta tickets for a while now in the last season, and excited to get a lot more. So that's the update for you with Discord, but I gotta bring in my co-host. We gotta talk a lot more about what you can expect to see today during the event. So I might be the host, but let's bring in Spider Tiff and talk to Tiff and see how she's doing, because Tiff has been with us many broadcasts. The wonderful, the amazing, the incredibly talented Spider Tiff. Tiff, how you feeling today? You excited about some Delta Force?
Yes, I am so amped. Look, we've had so much fun over the past few events, whether it's warfare, it's operations, but finally to get to witness the new hot zone mode, you know our creators are going to be having such a good time, and I think things are going to get a little bit intense.
They're going to get super intense. We have some amazing players today. Let's talk about what we're going to be doing today, because you might be wondering, what's hot zone? What's this event all about? Let's roll this format graphic and talk about the event today, because we got a lot of games to get through to showcase what all of these players are able to do. So first and foremost, we've got a 3v3v3, folks. That's what the new limited time mode of Hot Zone is all about. So we're going to be able to showcase that. We are only playing Hot Zone today, all right? So with our 3 teams of 3, we're going to try to get through 3 to 4 games is the current plan. For every time that you win a game, you're going to receive, the players are going to receive a RTX 4070 Ti Super for each player on the winning team. So who knows, maybe one team can just drop 3 wins in a row and win 3 graphics cards individually for each of them. Really exciting stuff there. If we get to our 4th game today, if we've got time for it, we are going to change things up a little bit, and that 4th game is going to be knives and operator abilities only. And for every kill that anybody gets in that game, well, they're going to be stealing RTX 4070 Ti Supers from their opponents if their opponents have won any at that point. So let's take a quick look at that pricing a little bit more directly. The way Hot Zone works is pretty simple, where you have rounds. This is talking about the overall match. If you can get 3 wins in the match, this is how you receive this reward. So as you can see in game 1, 2, and 3, we're going to have 3 RTX 4070 Ti Supers for the winning team. They're going to each be able to receive one of those in each of these games. If we get to the 4th game, we will then be able to steal those away. And then the team that just gets the most wins today also receives an additional RTX 4070 Ti Super. Now, these streamers have amazing graphics cards. Maybe they need one of these, but if they receive multiple, I assume they're going to be doing some giveaways for the community out there. So make sure you're tuning in to all of our streamers. And speaking of those streamers, Tiff, let's talk about who's actually competing today and maybe whose socials people should be paying attention to.
I think that's a brilliant way to call it out because I'm like, look, if you're in chat right now, please go over and make sure you're getting in tune with these competitors. Like you look at Team 1, we obviously have such heavy hitting names across all 3 teams, but Shroud, Sacriel, Summit, Landmark, Gingy, Hutch, we all know and love them from the many operations modes and events that we've been witnessing on the Delta Force channel. We've interviewed Landmark and Gingy a couple of times. Gingy just a few weeks ago looted that $2+ million key card live on our broadcast. So I don't know what kind of luck they're going to have today in this new hot zone mode. So I'm going to keep my eyes on them. But when it comes to teams that could excel in an insane rate at this mode and adaptability, it's Symphony, Breadman, Huskers. Breadman was playing this mode all last night, trying to get into the strats and minutia for his teammates. And now I'm just really curious to see who's going to come out on top early.
Yeah, I love that breakdown, Tiff. We've got 3 very unique teams, all playing with friends and people they've played with before on not only just general streams, but also shows. We have turn to form, if you will. So I'm excited to see which of these 3 teams is going to be the best in this mode. This is such a nuanced mode that I don't think anybody necessarily has an advantage. And albeit Gingy usually has really good luck in events like this, there's not a lot of luck in this one. This is going to be a lot more skill oriented. There's not looting. We can talk a little bit more about Hot Zone. So I really do think that all of these players have a pretty equal opportunity and skill set, frankly, to win this thing. So let's talk a little bit more about Hot Zone. We're going to try to get this game started as soon as possible. I want to break down how it works for people that maybe have never played before. It is a totally unique and limited time game mode with this new season, so make sure you go try it out. I think we've got a quick video that we're going to roll. I'm going to talk over it and tell you exactly how this works because it's 3v3v3. But there's no looting. It is like operations. You've got your weapons and things like that. But you're not actually looting anybody. You can, but they're just gonna have the same gear that likely you picked as well. So the way it works is also these maps are quite small and on existing operations maps. So you're gonna see the 5 maps here that we will play today. We're gonna just be playing a couple of these today, 3 to 4 of them, and you're not using your own stash assets. Think of this more like a gear ticket that you can use in operations. You can win every round that you're trying to play here in Hot Zone by just killing everybody in the lobby, which would be the other 6 people in the lobby, or you can capture and decode the Mandel brick to win. So you don't have to kill the whole lobby if people are playing slow, playing super strategic. Instead, you could grab the Mandel brick, force the equation, and go for it. Now, the way it works is you actually get to buy, essentially, your weapons with the points you earn in-game. So the first round, for instance, you're going to start with a pistol, but if you have a really good round, you can get some really powerful gear in the next round and have an advantage going forward. So it's pretty simple, a fun new operator mode. If you're a fan of operations, it may feel the most similar to that, but it is entirely unique to itself. If you've got questions about Hot Zone, definitely go try out the game, but also feel free to ask in any of our live stream channels. Our moderators can help, but also I'm paying attention to our Twitch chat today, so happy to help you out there as well. Now, Tip, we've got a couple strategies we can talk about as the players are hopping into our lobby right now. Should be starting in just a moment. I think the main thing that people need to know is that there is no revives in this. You can pick somebody up if they're knocked. If you don't get full killed and you're crawling around, there is a timer on that. So you can still get picked up. But if you get full killed, you are out for that round. And it is the first team of 3 2-3 wins in order to secure the victory for the match. So we could see 7 rounds, or we could see, frankly, 3 rounds. Definitely possible. But Tiff, what else have you seen? What other little strategies maybe could you expect today? I'm sure our players are going to surprise us. We are experts the best we can, but anything else you're expecting maybe from some of our players?
That's what I'm saying. Our streamers and our competitors are all about cooking up these strats that may be recognized by other teams or may not be. But I love that you kind of highlighted everything on that initial breakdown, but that match duration is 2 minutes, right? Decoding that Mandel brick takes 1:30, and as soon as it happens, it kind of extends the round timer. So a lot of our players have noticed that fighting around the Mandel brick can be aggressive, but also might be the way, because if that win condition is either A, decode the Mandel brick, or B, eliminate everyone, well, fighting around that Mandel brick could be the key to success. You've just got to get into the action and excel. But if you kind of step everything back, you've already talked a lot about those tickets for your loadouts that you're essentially going to be taking into each round. Well, do you focus on A, going hard early, looking at how much that rarity of the ammo could help you in that individual round. And of course, you'll sacrifice some of the other gear because that's not going to come with some of those leveled up ammo. So then it's like, okay, well, if I eliminate someone, maybe I can get those surgical kits off the other enemy players. So you can stockpile it that way. But even at a more baseline Goj, it's just picking your correct operator. Do you want to lock in Stinger and go support like we've always seen in Warfare, like we've seen people have in Operations? But I think it's vital here to kind of back it on up and have that pistol that can really help you in terms of heals.
I love that breakdown, Tiff, and I totally agree. At the end of the day, operators is a big key to success. I think this is going to be one of the things that people are, maybe if you haven't played the mode, haven't tried a bunch of different operators before, this is going to be the key to success today. What operator are you playing? Do you have, the Stinger, expertise of using smokes, playing your cover really well? Visual cover with the smokes is incredibly important. You can also pick people up from being knocked way faster if you're using Stinger. But I also think somebody like an aggressive assault operator like Viren, for instance, is probably going to be the meta in terms of being able to push fights really quickly, wipe them. But we also have new operators in the mix, I believe, out there. And I think we've got a video accompanying this. If you haven't seen him yet, let's check out the brand new operator that's just been added to the game with the new season.
Alexei Petrov, call sign Siniva, engineer operator. With vast combat experience and exceptional endurance, he's a tactical expert who embodies resilience on the battlefield. His heavy defensive gear makes him a human fortress. As a seasoned operative, he provides unwavering security and steady leadership, shaping the next generation with his calm and decisive approach.
Armor standing by.
Quickly don heavy protective armor to significantly reduce incoming damage. Siniva is also equipped with a retractable blast shield to block incoming bullets, and a shield bash ability to knock down enemies or deflect thrown objects.
Poison crap out! Got you! On me!
Siniva is here. I love the fact that Delta Force is committed to adding brand new operators every season. Really cool stuff. A completely unique tool set in the engineering class. I'm excited about this. I saw a couple people in chat during that video saying, "Oh, I just unlocked him." I'm glad everybody is trying out new operators and trying some new metas. I think the fun part about Delta Force, Tiff, something we always talk about on these broadcasts, is that the meta, if you will, is constantly changing. Yes, there's some really good weapons out there. Yes, there are great operators in all of our different modes, but the actual meta absolutely is tweaked and changed very consistently throughout the course of the last couple seasons that we've seen, from Genesis now to Starfall. So I'm loving what Delta Force is doing with the updates, and there's a lot of new content with this new season.
I think it's healthy to keep that meta being refreshed so people get adept and can adapt to new things. But all I do is I want to step back and I want to talk about Siniva just a little bit more. Can we just run that grapple gun back?
Yeah,
do you know how many times you're going to be in the LTM for Hot Zone and you think you're safe peeking a corner, getting that kind of nice vantage shot, you just get completely ripped out? Yeah. I'm going to be running around screaming. Let's be real.
It is a very unique operator kit. I haven't seen anything like it comparatively to the rest of the operators that you can choose. And I know metas for operations oftentimes are looking at using recon operators, and Stinger, of course, really valuable. But a lot of folks have been really pushing the equation with Viren. So I do expect us to see a lot of Viren in this Hot Zone event that I believe is about to get started. But If we can, I'd love to roll our players again. Let's talk a little bit more about our players here for just a minute or two more before we get this lobby started. Because speaking of these players, I truly think this is going to be such a fun event because our players are very evenly matched. At the end of the day, I think all of the players today have a very special set of skills that are going to help them to succeed in this game mode. One of the reasons for that, every single one of these players has a bunch of different games that they play, right? They're all incredible content creators. But Tiff, what's cool about these teams is that they're in groupings of the different games that they play, of the different types of games that they enjoy, the genre of games. But Hot Zone truly does kind of touch each of those games and has something from them. So every single one of these teams absolutely could win.
I agree. And I think they have that fair shot at full sending it, but we know, we talked about it earlier, Bredman logged hours into this game mode last night to make sure that he was ready to prepare Symphony and Huskers to the best of their abilities to be able to take this all down. But now, granted, if we get to that round 4 of the knives and only with the operator abilities, I'm scared for our players across these team rosters because I'm looking at Shroud and I'm looking at Symphony and I'm like, these are the 2 players that I feel like could cause the most chaos in that specific game for that round, because I'm like, oh my God, they're going to be the ones just wreaking havoc, stealing all the RTX 4070 Ti's if they didn't get one in an initial. But then I look at Landmark, Gingy, and Hutch. They've been warming up on Delta Force Hot Zone all morning. And the only thing I learned from that was the Glock is nasty. The Glock is dirty. Like Landmark is just running around pistol only prepping. So who knows what they're going to get into.
Speaking of that, Tiff, it sounds like the game is ready. Thanks for your patience, folks. We got all of our players ready to go. We are in the very first round. And shout out to Shroud. He has raised so much money for charity, might I add, just on the side. Shroud's massive streamathon has been a massive success thus far, and we're really excited that he is joining us here for Delta Force during that. But you can see top of our screen right now, it shows who is still alive. So we have all 3 players alive from each of the teams in the very first round to start things off.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna hold. Enemy
Oh, okay. We're already opening it up and immediately hitting the stim to re-heal back up. But you can just see how well they're working together. Like, do we let them fight first? And then we full send and take out 2 players from an opposing team.
Yeah, great play on the stairs there. We're able to stack and win that fight. One of the, I think, keys to success today is absolutely going to be learning on the fly. Already, Bread, the last alive for his team, in a tough position. Now, I got to say, these pistols, yes, it is a pistol only in first round because that's the amount of money that you start with. These pistols are very strong, especially if you have the right ammo in them. If you pick the one that gives you the rarity of ammo that you're looking for, blue is what we're looking for. AP 6.3 on a lot of these weapons. It does quite a bit of damage based on the vest that you're given right now. So you don't need to, you know, shoot 17 times to take down your opponents. It's just more about, see, catching them out in the open when they're not looking. Landmark sweeps around the corner and is able to drop Shroud.
But do you see why this is really important? It's because Shroud's team was going for the Mandalrick, right? They wanted to be able to get that moving, so it's going to force everyone's hands. And Gingy down. Now Landmark and Hutch are going to have to figure out a way to clutch this on up because Brett is 1 HP in a dream.
It's a full 3v1.
And you can see all players know how many players are alive. You can see all 3 alive from Team B right here.
No. 1v1. I'm getting Gingy.
Crawl away.
Oh my gosh. It is a 1v1 to close this thing out. Bread is in his bag right now. The bakery is open, Tiff.
Grab down, baby.
But it doesn't matter. The bait is there and Landmark.
Go! Come on, baby.
Excited about a first round win. This is huge. Okay, I told you it moves quick. You saw a quick look at the weapons that you can buy between rounds. You can hear Brett is talking about using the purple rounds, which is our rarity increase in this next round. Wow, that was a close one.
I thought it was just that doorway.
Yeah. Is this bomb right on us down here?
I don't know, honestly.
It
looks like it.
We're going in.
Oh, there's a door here. I'm gonna open the right one. Oh shit.
Oh, they're immediately pushing. I mean, if they can get it done in a minute 30 as soon as they hop on it, it could be nice, but Shroud's already getting into the engagement.
So they have to put it in our spawn.
Yeah, everyone has their own Mandel brick, I think, and it's like CTF where you could dump them. Where's our Mandel brick?
I think it's the middle team that has the mandel brick, and the other team, the other two teams have the decoder. Oh shit, guy right in front of me here.
Yeah, you can hear the players talking about different strategies. Definitely grabbing the Mandel brick and starting the decode gives you an advantage, right? If that timer goes out and the players don't push to you, they're going to lose. Here's a quick look at how close these teams are. Shroud and Team Landmark very close to each other. Trying to figure out how to get an entry here into this next one. You can see the operator selection as well, top middle. I love the UI in Hot Zone.
Kind of brawling.
Well, wait for a second. This guy's just staring at us.
Hello? It's fine. Like, just mid-round. Hey, guys, this dude's staring at us. But didn't even pick up that Shroud is actually using Luna, the recon character, to make sure that we can use that arrow to be able to get extra information.
No one's dead yet.
Yeah, I like it.
Here, somebody play the stairs so that we don't get like stuck up on.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Slowly but surely. Time running out.
Dude,
Can all these doors in front of us open?
yeah.
All of this glass, by the way, is bulletproof. If you didn't know why they're not shooting at each other here, bulletproof glass means that Shroud just has eyes on his opponents right now. The key here is that it looks like Team Huskers has picked up the Mandel brick, but they haven't started the decode yet. So we're in a little bit of a standoff trying to figure out where to go, because where you decode this Mandel brick, I believe, is basically where Team Shroud is standing. So they're trying to figure out, how do we get in here and start this thing? Who makes the first move?
Oh, you could shoot through that door?
Ooh.
Oh, I had no idea that door. I thought that was an impenetrable door. Okay.
And
You know, there was a lot of impenetrable glass around there, but unfortunately not that one. But we'll check in here with Summit on your screen. Maybe can do something about it, down one.
And those that are operations fans, if you didn't know, we decided to start today in Layali Grove. This is the radar station in Hot Zone, but this is a part of the operations map. In Layali Grove. This is one of the areas that are kind of protected by the UAV scrambler, if you will. They're restricted areas. So if you're a Layali Grove runner, you definitely recognize this section of the map. And here we go. Fight open. I don't think they knew that Landmark's team had pushed forward and a quick wipe on their opposition.
Yeah, there should be. They above us?
Wait, Mandel, so
It's just typical Hutch activity.
Where's that at? Where's that at?
Down? I think it's down.
Down below.
Yep. Right there, yep.
Let them come down. Let them come down. It's fine.
I can smoke it out too.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice cleanup. That's 2 from Bread on the opposition. This is what we were talking about. You're able to push the equation, kind of have the upper ground if you start the Mandel brick, because this other team has to push to you. Now, on this side, Symphony, no! Loses the angle, didn't know there was still one behind. And it is yet again all up to Bread, who is last alive for his team and in trouble.
Well, look at Gingy here. She's just ready to push on in, clean it on up, and make it 2 for this squad.
Nice, good push. Oh, God. The flag, you flagged, and then I went in, and then...
That was so good.
No luck needed for Gingy. Just clean aim and a pure plan for Team Landmark.
I'm going to turn off the laser, though, I think, so they can't see.
All right, back-to-back wins, folks. Now, this is win condition. Like, we could go 3 up, 3 down here in the first round. We knew this team was going to be one of the best. They know this map well. That's, I think, the key to success as well. Knowing a map is going to be incredibly important. Hot Zone, a little bit of different limitations on the outer boundaries, but the map itself, this trio knows. They have played a ton of Delta Force, and they are operations phenoms. So it makes sense they have an early lead in this competition.
Oh shit, staircase over here. Okay, cool.
I love how you say that, and then immediately Landmark goes, I don't know where we are.
Yeah.
So,
sorry,
yeah,
man. I was trying to hype you up, man. It's true. They should know. And I think Gingy definitely does, but we'll see what they decide to do. The outer limits are different, of course, because it is a lot smaller.
But I think it's a brilliant way for those that may be newer to Leali Grove. You can experience some of that in Hot Zone and get integrated with these areas of the particular map. But enough about that, because we got another staircase engagement.
Hey, knockback, knockback, knockback.
Magnetic bomb ready.
Ready to peek. Are they to swing this together? Because look at Shroud on the other side. He's like, let me just see if I can hold down the fort here. But we've seen plenty of engagements around here.
Yeah, I'm really liking what Sacriel's able to do with the Hack Claw operator. You can see there's several different utility pieces that Team Landmark is not using, which is going to be that flash drone that comes out, as well as being able to hunt your opponents when you have your ultimate. So look, I like the different metas we're seeing across the board. Obviously, like you had mentioned, Shroud's on Luna for an extra intel with the arrow, especially through smoke in theory. So everybody trying to play a little bit different and give themselves a bit of an advantage with the operator abilities.
There, we just hold the room together.
Okay.
Although they might like nade.
In theory, that is the way. We hold the room together. As long as we're hyper aware of any doorway that they can lay siege to it.
3v3 still.
I can close this door too, real quick.
Yeah. If you click V,
Yo,
Sim,
I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Hold on.
There's an unstuck thing if you press start.
Symphony is always scared of these corners. But this is the strategy I think that tends to work the best. Running into fights quickly it's can pay off if you really push the equation and your opponents are not ready. All of these players are so good that being able to create some sort of an advantage for yourself by starting this mantle brick. Look how fast already we are at that timer. 48 seconds on the mantle brick.
No, they're in that room up top.
No, the man.
Ooh, just trying to figure out that information and where they are to be able to do something about it. But here we go. First piece, the doorway, but immediately throwing out all the utility to block the doorway.
It says copy the mantle break. I think you need to do something on it.
Let me know if they open that left door.
Okay, okay. I'm watching
Do you
it.
need to do anything on it, Husk?
They're in.
Yeah, down two. Oh, left door.
Brilliant.
A crazy nice fight set up here from Team Landmark. In trouble. A great effort. Gingy decides to play the flank. There's a couple doors. And all that they've lost is Huskers thus far. Only 5 seconds on the clock remaining. Looks like the mantle brick has been captured. And they win the round. Congratulations.
Card, or do we have to like?
I think we're good. I think we're good.
Oh, good. Right.
Okay, my AS Val.
Yeah.
All right.
Reloading, cover me.
Oh, good. We get a little bit of this preparation phase to see kind of what we decide we want to go for. Do you want luck? Do you want to go for the firepower? And then decide from there. But I would love to see the Reapers here get on the board with a win, because now we have 2 rounds going towards Landmark, 1 to Breadman.
Yeah, and again, I think it's worth mentioning, you can see, after they've purchased now, top right, you can see Shroud only has 800 points left, whereas Hutch, for instance, has 1,000 points left. That's going to dictate, as we immediately get into a fight, it's going to dictate how much you can spend in each round. So in theory, because we just saw Team Huskers win that last round, they got the most points from that. They're going to have a ton of points to work with and get some really, really good loot. You saw an AS Val option there for Bread he might be picking up. So watch out for that team to have some really strong weapons.
The two brick things, we're gonna get sandwiched by this other team.
You can't
No, but
We take it now. Take it now. Take it now. Take it now. Take it now.
The impenetrable glass is really getting a lot of people. I love that. Just shoot and ask questions later. But I like that we're utilizing Viren, because you have that dynamic propulsion that allows you to rapidly dash forward, especially in a close range engagement like this. I think it could be fun to switch things up, but we can clearly see that Stinger is still so viable.
Yeah, and it looks like Team Landmark has figured out, hey, let's get power position. Let's grab the mantle brick as fast as possible. This is their win condition game. They are on match point right now. If they win this game, it is all she wrote. Somebody from a far angle is able to rip Gingy down. Hutch maybe in a bit of trouble. Can't quite figure out the right angle to take this fight, but able to at least knock one back for a moment. P90's pretty strong. I like the P90 in moments like this. He's at a pretty good range for it as well. And wow, fired through the smoke. Is able to get a knock there with a little bit of help from Landmark.
I know that it was originally Shroud that opened things up with that knock onto Gingy, but Hutch and Landmark are doing a great job at putting the pressure onto the Reaper. Sacriel down as well. But we have 33 seconds left on the clock to defend, and an amazing peek from Landmark to take down Huskers. We're being attacked by all other teams.
Here comes Team Symphony. We've lost Huskers in the process, but Bread and Sim are still alive. A great push. They do have to seize the actual Mandel Brick.
Down to that floor, you can kind of choke point that area, but I don't know.
The window there, right?
So as the timer just got reset, it does look like they've been able to seize the Mandel Brick, which resets the timer. So now, Team Shroud, oh, the angle, microscopic, but just enough to take down Summit.
Well, it's Bread and Symphony against Summit and Co. And we can just see him looking to thread the needle from it. Sim, given the comms, look, he's not moving. We just have to be patient here.
I'm just holding.
Yeah, he can.
He dies. He crosses, he dies. He's upstairs.
I need to do 7 surgeries. I'll be fine.
Blinding them.
Well, you have 40 seconds, so you could just try. I don't know.
A little bit of a full send. It's not win condition for Bremen, not yet, but that will put them on there if they can navigate this round.
This is such a difficult fight for Sacriel. Sim and Brad are holding these minute angles.
Speaking of angles, can we just check the lean into the monitor? We are so focused into this. This is what Hot Zone can do to you at home.
Yeah, bro is locked in. Let me be very clear. This is hilarious. I love how locked Sim gets. He did the same thing in the last event. Here comes the push. 3 seconds on the clock. Definitely going to run out of time. And a nice win streak there. You can see now, after going back-to-back, the difference in value. Sacriel, 6,000 on that one, whereas Team Symphony was able to get 9,300 from that game. Be able to spend it wisely.
I'm saying. Yeah.
Definite big difference. But I love that we're seeing the different dichotomies between our squads. Like Team Landmark, they won the first 2 initial rounds simply by eliminating every other opponent. But you have Bread that's going back to back, making sure that they're prioritizing that Mandel Brick and forcing the other squads to get into action, and then they just clean it up.
Sure. I mean, sure, we could try that.
Get the brick at all costs.
They're coming in hot. He said, new strategy, boys. We are swinging on this team immediately. And they've dropped 1. I think they've actually traded 1 for 2. So this is going to go way better for Hutch and Co. And I'm telling you, Viren is so valuable. Being able to throw out his explosives like that, perfect execution, and able to keep everybody alive on this Landmark team.
Nothing like a magnetic bomb to the face after you've already knocked one. Little bit of healing coming through, and now we have 3v3 against Team Landmark and Team Breadman.
Enemy got the Mandel brick. Find and
Alright, we gotta beat them.
No, I don't think there is.
This is for the game, folks. This is the last round, no matter what, on this map. We're going to be moving to a new map after this one. Either of these 2 teams win, we are done with the very first match.
The 2 locations, I can't see what. One's down here and the other one's up where we just were last game, middle floor. So they have to come down, yes. Unless they're already on it.
We'll play this one.
Oh, they're coming down the stairs, and it seems like Team Landmark is already ready to focus on that. So being cautious around a lot of these tight-knit corners are valuable. And Brett is doing a great job by checking throughout all of this, but RTX 4070 Ti is about to exchange hands after this.
Nice.
The smoke and run. I love the strategy right now from the fellas here. Checking all corners. You heard the other team say it. They got to come down, and they were right. This is going to start the information gathering process. The opposition knows now it's being decoded on the bottom floor. We have to push into this building. Look at these corners they're holding. This is going to be so difficult.
Yeah, I have my regular smoke.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
Wasn't trying to distract him for you. Wait, what? Where is this thing?
It's below us? I think it's below us.
It takes about 15 to 20 seconds to be able to dictate where we need to go.
This has to be more defined.
There has to be a spot.
Like, we're just running around like headless chickens, wondering where the hell it is.
There's a way to go down there that I guess we don't know about.
Alright, we're good.
Well, I was touting map knowledge. The one thing they forgot about is that there is a back entrance to this room, which is the entrance that, unfortunately for them, Team Symphony was able to take. Here we go. The corners opened up. Gingy in one. And it looks like the team in the other. Here comes the push. Several in the corners, trading hands back and forth, but Bread has the perfect angle. Varn comes flying in. Bread's out of ammo. Finally able to reload. Holy, that was close.
3 in a row.
Beautiful, beautiful. Damn. Dude, I pulled out my other gun and I had no bullets. That was a whip.
Red had 11 kills.
I thought he was about to run forward and just knife him, but you know what? At least we figured it out. A nice back-to-back 3 rounds for Team Breadman, Symphony, and Huskers to come out on top in that initial match, and what a good way to kick things off for them.
Yeah, no, that was really fun to see. We knew it was going to be sweaty. I'm impressed with Bread. Like, I trust. If anybody knows of Bread's efficiency in shooters, it's you and I, Tiff. We've cast over Breadman probably 100 times, if not more than that, in events. Very talented. But one thing a lot of people don't know about Bread is he always does his research. He does not like to lose, and because of that, it paid off. They lost. Reminder, Team Landmark won the first 2 rounds, and then Team Symphony, they just went back to back to back to clutch up the first round and win the 4070 Ti Supers. Let's roll some highlights from that last round. There were certainly plenty. Leali Grove, a treat. I really enjoyed the way the first round went, Tiff.
I know, and I can't wait to watch some of these specific moments, especially with a lot of these areas where people were just forcing these tight-knit engagements in the staircases.
Yeah, and an objective play here from Breadman's team really is what paid off. I think being able to set up these kind of kill boxes around the Mandelbrick decoding station and forcing a timer on their opponents has been a huge boon. This is an early win here from Landmark, a team fight again against that Symphony squad. Landmark was able to win it. But then the tides turned pretty quickly after that. And I don't think it necessarily came down to the weapons and the ammo choices and things like that. But it doesn't hurt. MP7, I think, is what Brett ended on throughout the course of this first round of the competition, and it was frying.
It really was frying, but I'm ready for more hot zone action. And mind you, I mean, that's literally just our first initial game of the day. We are going to be playing so many more, and we only made it to what? 5 match rounds in that initial game mode. Do you think we're eventually going to push the issue and go deeper into these rounds? Will we get Team Shroud on the board?
Yeah, I think we will. Like, at the end of the day, learning the map is part of it. And I think you could tell Team Breadman got way more comfortable with the map faster than anybody else. They knew about them, like, hey, we got to get these mantle bricks. We got to get to the decoding stations as fast as possible. They were able to find the back route, which was maybe a bit of luck and just happenstance of where they were. But even so, it worked out flawlessly for them. You could hear the frustration around Landmark's team of like, how did they get behind us?
Right.
We got to figure out how to get into that room. But because they were able to hold that room well, they win the game. They split up perfectly. They set up the kill zone perfectly in the building because the team, through the 2 doors that they could enter into the Mandelbrick decoding station, they could see through both of those angles everybody but Bread. So Bread was able to shoot them in the back as they shot at his teammates. Flawless execution in the first round.
Well, I mean, Bread became the tree, right? You think back to the shot where they kind of just like open it back up and you see Gingy ready to breach that doorway. Bread is just kind of chilling there in the plant, being just so cautious about it. He doesn't have to have any kind of swing onto Gingy all the time in the world because it's Landmark's team that essentially had to push in and force the equation. And Bread just had to be patient. And oh my God, trigger discipline, paying it off like that, that is the way to go because you know all of these players crave all of the adrenaline action of just getting those kills way on up. But you know what? We'll see what match number 2 has to say.
Yeah, I'm excited. So, what happened? Team Breadman, Team Symphony, is Team Everybody, frankly. Breadman definitely put the team on his back from a kill standpoint, but great team chemistry in that trio. Team Symphony has won their 4070 Ti Super, so they each have one. Now we're going to be headed to Zero Dam. Now, this is the first map everybody plays in Operations. All of these players, I have personally witnessed them play it on stream, so everybody will at least be somewhat comfortable with this. However, the first Zero Dam map that we're going to is actually a brand new section of the map. With this brand new season of Starfall, the underground is now open on Zero Dam. So that is where we're headed for map 2. They're going to be headed to the brand new underground area of Zero Dam. I'm excited to see this in Hot Zone, see where the limitations are, because this new area of Zero Dam is actually quite massive, frankly. It was a massive addition to the old map, the kind of new, or the tutorial map, if you will, of Operations, which was the smallest map, and they added like 30% more land size to it or something ridiculous with this new underground location. So it'll be fun to see kind of how Hot Zone plays. And I'm really excited to see what the players decide to do from a meta standpoint. Do you think we change it up? Do more people play Viren? That seemed to be the operator that found the most value out of their kit from what I could tell, Tiff.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, right? If you were facing issues trying to combat anything that Viren's abilities were doing to you, then maybe, yeah, if you weren't playing that, lock it on in. I still think Stinger is completely viable for this, specifically if you're trying to hold things off and you need all the smokes to be able to kind of block some of those doorways. But I think the key issue is forcing the other two teams of 3 their hand by utilizing the Mandel Brick and forcing that timer onto the screen. Because as soon as you see that kind of pop up on your UI and you're like, I have a minute 30 left, it's like, all right, let's get into it.
Well, speaking of getting into it, Tiff, I believe game 2 is ready. We're hopping straight into the underground, folks. It's Zero Dam time. Let's roll to some gameplay and see what these teams are able to do. I want to see Team Shroud get on the board ASAP, and I think they absolutely have the chops to do it, just about figuring out this map as quickly as possible. So while we're hopping into the game, folks in chat, I want to hear from you. Who do you think's going to win this one? Which team do you think is going to be able to take down their opponents? We are hopping into Zero Dam and headed to the underground.
How did you meet Husk? H1Z1, bro. We were teammates.
Oh, now we're getting the lore.
I love hearing stuff like this.
I got the 93R, thank God.
All right, here we go. No more time for chatter. No more time for lore.
I got it now too. 93R.
The middle one should be the 93R. You want that pistol.
Is it a burst or full?
It's a burst. It's so insane.
It's so, yeah. Like,
it's like a 2 burst.
It's better than SMGs.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, this map is the same one that we played, Husk, right? Or no? Let me see. No, it's not. It's like all underground. Okay, I've not played this one.
Yeah.
Ooh, the newness here for this squad. But a lot of the things that they were just talking about are some of the strats that Breadman was talking about and learning with his team yesterday. That 93R, the burst. When you're in that preparation phase, you are allowed to refresh those kits just a finite amount of times. And you saw Bread actually refresh until he could get the 93R.
Holy shit.
Yeah, one of the things I was going to say is some of these spawns are quite close to each other, and there are actually some long angles that with pistols, you're probably not going to go down, but with ARs, or maybe you're deciding to pick up a sniper in Hot Zone, you absolutely can take some early shots right off of spawn if you move quick enough, but still plenty of actual square footage up here. It's just some pretty long sight lines.
This team's rolling behind us. This team's rolling behind us. They're going to be close.
I hide and I heal.
I hide and I heal. All right, well, it sounds like you're pretty close over towards that Team Symphony. And it's just really nice if we can get some good angles here. You can see that he's got the Deagle in hand, about to go up against those 93R burst pistols. And it's just going to be who's got the pistol diff here.
Back left with a nade.
Oh, one's down here low, underneath my team. Back down there.
And it looks like Team Symphony might be in. Oh, the Deagle. It's very strong, but unfortunately extremely close range. Tough to hit with sometimes, especially compared to some of the burst or auto guns that you can choose. But even still, teammates potentially able to help here. Looks like a full on Summit, but a double knock and now a full as Huskers tries to take the engagement, was just pinched. It was a tough position to be in. That's a full wipe on your round 1 champions as Sacriel and Shroud both still alive.
Pretty interesting here because you were talking about would we see some operator changes, but we also do have Shepard coming into the mix who has that frag grenade, the sonic trap, a lot of things that could be useful in this close range engagement. We're still sitting in that 2v3 as well as Byron coming into the mix alongside a Shepard here with Stinger.
Up top there.
Yep.
Ooh.
The drone. It's hitting him, I think.
I don't know how I didn't down him. No.
I wasn't reloaded. Oh my god.
They're both there, Gingy.
A double knock from Sacriel, who's using, I believe, the G18. He double knocks and double wipes them. Holy. Sacriel a bit in his bag right now to potentially grab the first round victory. We see the Team Shroud, and he hits it.
Oh my god, good job.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, this gets okay.
SMG.
And look how calm we are. I mean, mind you, it's just one initial match round, but we're on the board. And Sacriel grabbing that nice double to be able to open things up for that end game situation for them. Let's see if they can run it back, put themselves in win condition.
I don't know, this map seems a bit mid-rangey.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Oh, we got a big dono. Hold on, big dono. Wait. Was that a $100 donation?
Shout out to Shroud and his amazing, I believe called Fragathon, just crushing all of his fundraising goals. It's been really fun to watch and really excited to have him here with Delta Force while he's doing that. Lots of donations coming in as well. But back to the action, Shroud, I think, taking a donation and gets dropped by Hutch. The full team sprints down the stairs, and Sacriel once again says, I am not to be messed with. In a bit of a hard stuck spot though, under the stairs.
Right under the steps. I don't know how to describe it.
That's close enough for me. Under the steps, close enough. It gives Gingy time to crawl on back so Hutch can watch the stairway and we can go ahead and get the pickup because now I feel like they've almost done enough and forced them to retreat. Just holding this angle.
I love the patience that this team oftentimes has. And I think that comes from their operations background and extraction background. They're willing to back off. They're willing to heal, willing to potentially repair their vests if they decided to pick up a kit that has that. I mean, these things are extremely valuable to win some of these team fights.
I love how you talk about their patience because I'm trying to learn a thing about patience here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon with Delta Force. Like, I'm telling you, I'm like, all right, exercise that patience, heal myself before pushing on to the next thing.
Yeah, it truly makes a massive difference, frankly, for these fights. So
Can we shoot that?
you can see the
Oh god.
the recon operator apparently paying off, it looks like. Able to get one of the shock arrows up here as Shroud is still technically alive.
Oh no. That is actually a really scary moment, but then you can see the outlines, the push comes in, but the double peek because they're stacked. He gets away with 9 HP and finally hitting the repair kit, but it doesn't matter from an opposing angle. Hawk's able to just kind of overwhelm them. There's that dash.
Great nade to pick him up. Hutch sweeps around the corner. Yeah, the nades are coming in so clutch.
I don't know.
Who we kill? Who we kill? Who we kill?
That was Shroud's team.
Okay. I
We
think
need to get the brick.
Yeah, I think they're underneath the zip line. To be honest.
Gotta be. I just zipped. Get the brick. They're probably.
Play with me, and then Brad, if you.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the perfect swap over to the opposition. Where is Team Symphony? Well, we found them. They are hanging out on this Mantle Brick Decode station. It looks like they've actually got. I think it's bread split onto the other decode station because they know they're kind of almost reverse forcing this engagement. They know their opponents are going to go for potentially this mantle brick spot, and Bread's holding one and his teammates holding the other.
Okay.
Because you can see it moving on that mini map over there, but
Pushing my upper, maybe.
Okay.
God, their patience ready to unload some utilities, but it looks like we are committed towards potentially the side of Breadman, which puts him in a 1v3. But as soon as you give those comms to your teammates, the remaining duo is going to flood on in.
They're on the right side. I don't know if we.
Oh, nice.
No, they didn't see me.
Oh.
Where's the other one?
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
I broke one. I broke one. Play on my side.
Bread is in his bag right now. Able to change positions quickly with Viren. Take a couple pot shots. Now, what's interesting here is that Bread knows they are pushing to his teammates.
10 seconds.
I love just how they're able to do this by the timing of things.
That's literally the only way we can go to both objectives.
Nothing like a
think they're
little
gonna-
tie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think they're gonna let the timer run out. It was 3-3. It's gonna be a tie. I like the reposition. Now, the key about a tie here is that there's no winner, right, from any of the teams here. Just a tie, which means less points are distributed across the board, and you're not able to net yourself a victory. So right now, even though the only team that was wiped was Team Shroud, they keep the lead because the other two teams took too long. You can see it on the left-hand side of your screen. It's a 4-minute timer once the game gets started. These things go quick.
I think that's why I really like this LTM of Hot Zone. It like forces you to get into those engagements. So maybe you are an operations player through and through. I love that Hot Zone is a great way to test your 3v3 engagements and making sure that you're taking team fights properly. You're practicing the abilities of your operators.
Yeah, and you're not at risk of losing anything from your stash. That is one of the hard parts about, I think, operations. I really like this game mode. I would definitely encourage you to try it out if you haven't. And Hot Zone's a great way in this limited time game mode to kind of test out some of your gun skill in this like very aggressive, strategic type of play style without having to lose everything. So
yeah, this spot up here is not too
fun
good.
stuff.
I don't even play this.
Is this free armor?
Is this free armor?
I love our free cam observer being able to show where all three of the different teams are on this map. Everybody playing a bit slow. I respect it. Like, I think the strategic gameplay can work. We just got to pay attention to the timers.
I'm getting a nade up there.
Let it cook. Doesn't actually feed through, but it still does enough of a warning here.
Is that it?
Red on the other side.
Never mind.
Okay. Is that a door right there?
No, it's not.
Oh, shoot.
Get over there.
I think it's just these choke points that we have here. I mean, the last two teams, they're both up right now. So, like...
Mm-hmm.
They're throwing smokes in my tunnel.
Okay. I'm watching.
All right. You like how he answers back with a little bit of resources from himself. They're throwing smokes at me. All right, here, have some of this.
Yeah, this map absolutely is a standoff right now. All three teams playing slow, and I say that immediately. Swinging around the corner, Hutch goes down. Player advantage, but still, do you count it as a peeker's advantage? As Landmark plays Overwatch here, smokes galore out, and he's able to cook up several grenades. One of the benefits for running an engineer operator is a couple of those frag nades. But right now, they are at risk of being full shoved by potentially two teams, if not just one.
Reload. They're push. They're all
Oh, trying to force it, but when you peek up on top of that gateway and you've just got two people on the other side, Gingy can't do anything about it. It's going to be Sakurel yet again, putting the pressure onto them. Death all around, and it's all at the hands of Shroud's team.
Yeah, Shroud. This is exactly what I thought would happen. I thought there'd be a third party here from Team Symphony. Shroud reads it perfectly and is able to take down Bread.
So far, they have that advantage and just focusing on repairing their vest.
1 minute left.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do we know where the Mandelbrick is?
Yeah,
Can
we
grab it?
passed it.
Remember, you can loot their bodies.
I'm just hard aiming this with you. Maybe we can pick one and then get aggro.
You have your laser on too, Haas. They can see that.
I don't.
Spectator.
You're like wrapping around us? Alright, I'm
silent, patient,
Wait,
trying to figure out what to do. They're going to force the equation here. This is the other thing about the timer. You can extend the timer by starting the Mandelbrick and getting the advantage. You've got to go for a win condition right now, especially if you're Team Shroud that has player advantage.
You might want to just brute force it. We're going to have to, or else it's a tie.
All right, brute force it. Get in there. Go through the doorway. Symphony, the first piece of engagement there, is taken down in that 3v1, and Huskers goes for the flank, but it doesn't even matter. Team Shroud going up 2 on these rounds.
Headshots are goated, and so right there, my armor was broken. I didn't repair it, so it's basically like I didn't have armor on. So like if you look in the bottom left, you see you have like a helmet and plate carrier beside your name.
Yeah.
That'll it like shows you if you have armor or not. Okay, we spawned into like complete pinch.
Great shouts from Bread. I'm telling you, this guy does his research. That's exactly right. What Bread was talking about is so important. If you have the time and the flexibility of backing up from a fight to repair your vest and your helmet, absolutely is worth it. Very well done explaining that one. Unfortunately, they didn't win the round. And apparently, Team Shroud, after not winning a single round from the last map, the Underground is treating them well, and they are on match point.
Ooh, I thought we were going to be able to pick up a knock there, but unfortunately we just put some pressure onto them and give up our location in that process, but it's totally fine because we've got the callouts all around.
They're back behind me though, too. We're completely pinched here.
Okay.
They're right below me. They're pushing up, Sim. They're pushing up. I hear them.
Go on, go on, go. One more there. Two more there. I'm weak. I'm weak.
If I'm seeing that weapon correctly, I think Symphony went for the G7. Is really strong. The marksman rifles are actually really good, especially if you got aim like Symphony, able to hit headshots. You can drop people so quick. The problem is you gotta have a long sight line. If you get in close range, you're gonna be in deep trouble.
Look at them just lurking up above. It doesn't matter. They've already picked up Sacriel there off of Team Shroud. So knowing that that squad is down to just a duo.
I don't know.
You can play back to me and we can plant back spawn.
You want to play towards you? I bet.
Yeah, play towards me. They went back here.
And we've lost Sacriel, who isn't a hard carry, but he is really strong. I mean, he 1v3'd before. Really good at these types of games.
Yeah, I guess so.
But Shroud and Summit are trying to figure out where to go from here and how to engage with their opponents.
I cracked one in the head. Downed one.
Ooh, okay, that's Symphony.
Yeah, if you forgot that Summit is a god gamer, here's a quick reminder for you.
These guys are rotating.
Sees the head and is able to get it down. Symphony down, gonna go for a revive here, but a push coming in from Shroud, who immediately fries one. Can he get a second? Yes, fries a second. This is the benefit of winning rounds. You get some really good weapons running the Vector right now. Summit gonna have to play hero though, last alive, and is getting utilitied out of his mind. Here comes Team Landmark, finally swooping in for a third party.
Was my drone
I got the
stunning him?
Vector. No, I hit him with my ability and knocked him over.
I don't really know how the drone, it just kind of fucking goes.
A great win from Team Landmark here to fend excitement on their side for sure. They just prevented a potential sweep.
I mean, this is essentially what happened in our initial round one. If you remind yourself here, if you're just joining us, Landmark's team went up the first two match rounds, putting them in win condition before Team Breadman in Symphony and Huskers were able to win 3 rounds back to back to back. This is exactly how they could stifle Team Shroud in this. Now we just need 2 more for Team Landmark.
Oh shit, they're all
You can see Landmark's team after a win.
in the pipe.
He's got level 5 ammo. Whereas it looks like Hutch went for, I think, the Vector build with level 4 ammo.
Yeah. Oh, he's getting shot from far, and they're under us.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The layer cake action right here is so brutal. This is such a hard angle to hold.
It's kind of fun. I do love when we get into these layer cake situations, but I feel like we're just going to go into a stare down and try to invest our abilities before opening it on up. You can see them jumping down, but it's going to be Hutch grabbing that initial knock onto Summit. 1G.
So much value from the frag grenades as well as magnetic bombs from Viren. It's just, you can't do anything. If he runs back there and exposes his shoulder or his back to them, they're just going to shoot him, and if he stays, he gets blown up. Great execution.
I'm not going to have enough time. I'm running so fucking.
Go on. Knock Shroud left, right here.
Nice.
This gun's got some kick.
Alright, so 3v1v1 or 3v3v1.
Okay. Where's so Landmark team's got to be like all the way up top, backside, right?
Yeah, they're just
right,
walking
camp
inside
the
the glass.
Great read. They know exactly where the other team of 3 is.
Okay, no, none's in that left corner.
I mean, they can't win for being there. I think we just hold back spawn. We got both bombs on us again, you know? We just tie this, honestly. Because
They're like all on
Interesting comms. If they want to force the tie,
I want to.
I mean, we still have plenty of match rounds
Oh, he's
left.
going. He's going. Landmark does not care. Zipped all the way up. They're throwing a lot of utility out right now to try to push the equation. We lose one in the push, though, and I don't think any shots were fired. A tough angle means Landmark might be able to answer back and has a moment of reprieve. The question is, if you are Team Symphony, do you push this fight because you have player advantage, or is it too hard to push out into the open up the stairs?
But you see what he's already done? He's putting the Sonic Tramp on the stairs so we can focus on getting Hutch back up on their feet. Sacriel, Team Shroud, done and dusted. It's just going to be Team Symphony versus Team Landmark in this pure 3v3, but they've already been able to open it up and grab.
Wow, that didn't do it.
armor thing on.
They've got to be so low back here. I was going to say, Bread looks extremely low. That is level 5 ammo he's shooting out. Now, it's not necessarily a long-range weapon, and it's a decently long sight line, so makes sense he didn't get a knock there, but it was dang close.
Fighting right here.
Move there.
Look at the time here, Tiff. I think you heard it there from Team Symphony. They're like, we are okay with a tie because we are not in a great spot compared to them. And 48 seconds on the clock and dropping quite dramatically. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to not end in a tie here. You really want to make sure that you also can reach match point on this round if you are Team Landmark, because next round, Team Shroud could have the advantage and could win it all.
You guys push through hallway, initiate, and then I'll push from top.
I mean, they've got a plan. They want to go ahead and force this fight. Gingy, first one to make contact, gets a couple hit markers on him, but Hutch is just being patient, looking for a flank if we can get it.
One's up top.
Bomb site. They literally have to come through this way.
I killed one up top. Come on top. You got nades? Do your nades up top, right here.
Yeah. Like close or?
Yeah, this round now. We gotta win this round here. Oh, it's 1 second. Do we tie? No way.
Wow. So
out of time,
what's it called?
which means there's a tie.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, gotta push the fight there and get a full wipe. They had a perfect setup, played patient, and it forces the tie. Nobody gets extra cash.
Instantly turn around. Grab that mandolin brick, instantly turn around. We plant. And then we just hold.
Would you get it? You're faster.
You get it. You're faster. You've got Viren. You've got your dash. You just want to make sure you can get over there and get it decoding.
Behind us, probably.
What a spawn, by the way. Able to grab the mantle brick immediately and actually has the back decoding station active as well. This has worked out perfectly for Team Landmark. This is probably going to be the easiest hold that they're going to be able to do, pending the sight lines looking at that decoding station.
Well, that's going to force the Vipers here on your screen, Team Symphony, to get into that action early. They just missed out on taking a round by just a few seconds. And if we're already going to see that 1 minute 30 decoding timer come through, then we got to get on the move. The spoiler is Team Shroud that is on win condition for this round initially. They could really just wait it out and just kind of third party all around.
Hold us here, the more the other team pushes behind them. And then we push out when they start getting fucked up.
Don't be so smart, okay? And tactical, okay?
I didn't mean to, I'm sorry.
And logical. Wait, they're getting pushed right now, actually, so you're right.
One's on that railing.
Well, but remember, they could fake it. They could play clever and just like start firing randomly and see if we push out.
Ooh, one shot at me.
Yeah, the strategy here is actually pretty nuanced, I think.
Some of them at least.
You heard Shroud say, yeah, don't be logical. What are you talking about? Because with the instant decode potentially of this mana break, it forces the fight. But the round advantage right now is Team Shroud.
Nice, you got.
So a tiebreaker, I believe, puts Team Shroud as the victor, technically, according to our tiebreakers.
Just keep healing up all the way.
We've got one more round after this. Technically, we were on round 6 of 7, but... Oh, talk about an angle! He knew exactly where you are, Landmark.
Yeah, the other team is behind them. It'd have to be inside of them.
Ooh, all right. Well, this is going to be the spoiler. Can Team Vipers, Team Symphony stop them?
Oh, wait, it's a 3v3 now with Shroud's team.
Yeah, it is.
So they wiped him.
Yeah.
Weak on that guy.
Ooh!
Wow. We all know Shroud can shoot straight, and it works out perfectly.
Up top, I'm down.
Angles and a trade.
Yeah. They're gonna,
One on
One's
each.
got a res in the hallway. The other one's in the tunnel. Tunnel fell.
If Team Shroud wins this, they win the match.
Got the res off. Here, heal up.
We have a minute and 30 to kill them. We need to win this round.
Okay.
But it's just gonna be a 3v2 now that they were able to preserve Symphony.
You go to your inventory and then drag it on the armor. Yeah, I'm healing armor.
Genuine.
Cost you north of 10 seconds for that repair, though.
Good luck.
Oh, that's brutal. Sakurai's gonna have to 1v3 again. Red's team has to push this. They can't afford a tie.
Ooh. They get a location check and ground force engagement goes through as Symphony pushes towards Sacriel and denies Team Shroud that win condition they had.
And then ran to you.
Yes.
We could have maybe done something.
Yeah, I was trying to hold that high ground as well.
Yeah, I think.
Is it full auto?
Yes.
Reloading. Cover me.
Sick.
All right, we're in here. We have to instantly run out. Are we running forward or are we running to the right? I think we have to run to the right.
Oh my god. Yeah, I guess.
Or
yeah.
wait, where's the turn-ins?
I'm going right. That's where the
Turn-ins are
brick
over
is.
there.
I'm going right, bro.
Yeah, let's go right. There's a fucking man.
I love listening into the player comms because we get so much strategy. Because that's what Hot Zone is. Oh, immediately on spawn, there's an angle. Holy cow. This is the one we saw earlier. There is a tiny angle that you can see that spawn, apparently. Uh-oh.
We're so
We're so fucked. This is so screwed.
No, it's fine. This will buff out. There's always hope here for the Hawks, for Team Landmark. Just repair all that going. We got the helmet being repaired.
Good shot from the other team, I think.
So we might.
Room? Still in the room?
I think so.
Yeah, the hope here now is you have to pray for the third party. There are 3 teams.
Oh, that's not good.
If Team Shroud
They're in this room.
wins or ties our final round, this is round 7, wins or ties here, they win the match.
Okay.
Nice.
Got one down. Got one down. I'm trying to get this full.
Good opening here for Huskers with that knock on to Landmark. But if you can't secure that full quick enough, it's tough because you immediately start investing a lot of your abilities to be able to get your teammate back up.
Yeah, nice. 2 down.
Great angle from Bread. Able to play the cleanup there. It's all down to Hutch.
If you spawn or respawn,
He is in such a bad spot right now. Hoping for a third party, and I think he's getting exactly that. He might be able to get a little cheeky kill here. It's close. Oh no, he runs out of ammo.
Not what you want to see, but you're going to be able to hit that dash out of sight, out of mind. The most that you can do here is try to put pressure on the third party, but you can see him get picked back on off. Now, this makes it that 3v3 with Team Symphony against Team Shroud.
Okay, love that.
So again, Shroud or if Shroud wins or ties,
Up on the railing, I shot him twice.
they win this match
I'm dead.
based on our tiebreakers. But because of the angle that Brett has, and frankly, the weapon he has is really good, was able to knock his opponent, and now I think he got the full, so it's a 3v2.
Reloading.
How do I go to my small site?
Click in, I think.
I'm backing up. Keep pulling this.
Click in.
Oh. I mean, but they could drag it. They could drag the timeout if they just need it to be a tie.
You too, you can back up. I'm planning right now.
Yeah, this is, I was about to say, you have to plant. You have to decode the Mandel brick, because now it forces your opponents to actually make a play here, because it will give them a win.
Not gonna move, right? Do they even have the thing?
Cover me.
Someone does.
They do.
They're the COD players. Okay.
Did I just hear they're the COD players?
Yeah, that's right.
Good.
They're not going to move, right? They're the COD players. I love trash talk, man. This is my favorite part.
Oh, I love these Delta Force events and just forcing people, especially with this Hot Zone LTM, and bringing that healthy banter towards it. This is the level of chaos we need.
The timer's gone. It's not on my screen.
That I can really see right now.
$50 seconds on the clock and counting. They've got to make a move, and unfortunately, I don't really know how they're going to do this. Yeah, they start to walk now.
Yeah, maybe you back out and hold the choke.
But what?
This is the last chance to get that brick back.
What brick? There's no timer.
This is perfect.
I think
Wait,
they.
I think the timer's just bugged.
I think it bugged out. I think they put the brick in. I seriously think they put the brick in. Yeah, they did. They did. We didn't see it.
Oh,
I think they were just,
when it
I think
comes
they were
back,
just too far away.
and
Yeah,
it
they were
shows
out
them
of
14
time.
seconds, bro. You have to full send, but here we go. Everyone inundating them with the ability. Shroud down, and this should be a win for Vipers.
Don't kill him, Sim. Don't kill him. Nice. Good work. Okay, I think that's another GPU, unless I'm crazy.
All right, so the big question in all of our minds is who gets the victory.
Yep.
And it looks like it's Team Bread that has netted the victory at the end of this one because that was round 7. So we're going to confirm on the back end. We've got tiebreakers in place, but I'm pretty sure Team Bread technically wins that one with the amount of kills that they were able to secure throughout the course of that match. They are going to win again in the second round, which honestly, I'm impressed. That was a very difficult map because of those sight lines. We've got long sight lines on a small map, and because of that, some of the high ground power positions you were able to secure were so valuable, especially when you were able to put the brick up there. When the decoding station's up there, my goodness, I don't know how they break through that defense, Tiff.
All of the prep that Breadman and their team put together last night for Hot Zone is just paying off. Because if you look at how we started off with that round on Layali Grove, Landmark's team did take those first 2 initial rounds, and then Breadman goes for the 3-peat back-to-back to get themselves those RTX 4070 Ti's. Well, then we move on over to Zero Dam, we go to the underground, and yes, it forces a lot of those things that you were talking about, even with 2 of our match rounds ending in a tie. So let's go ahead and run through some of those highlights as I continue talking about the fact that Breadman's team is just able to adapt and force everyone to just push into them with the utilization of the Mandelbrick.
No, it's a great call. It's the exact same thing that happened last time, just with a different team. Team Shroud was able to go 2 up, 2 down. There was a tie in there as well. And then Team Breadman figured out what advantages they needed to play for, got a little bit lucky on some of the spawns they got, and I believe they secured it. We're going to double check on the back end on our end to see if they did, but Team Landmark unfortunately struggled in this one with some really tough fights and some rough luck on some of the spawns, but Sacriel had some nice plays on the stairwell here to secure some early victories for his team, and I was pretty impressed with this one, and I'm excited to see the next map and see what it has in store for us, because I feel like every map has different advantages you've got to figure out as quickly as possible in order to secure victories.
I don't like that anymore.
I love the comms at the end because you immediately hear people being like, okay, that was on me, my bad for that match round. We'll make a comeback next one. And that's exactly what Team Symphony does. They are just have that ability to run it and just make sure that they can get the win at the very last second, netting themselves even more. You heard it. Breadman's like, I think that's more graphics cards.
Yeah, and I think it is as well. Again, our admin team's going to double check on the back end exactly how our tiebreakers work. I believe the way our overall tiebreaker works, because as a reminder, for every win in a match, you're getting a 4070 Ti Super for your team, 1 per person. But also the team that wins the most overall, which it's looking like is probably going to be Team Symphony if we are only playing 3 games, they're also going to receive an additional 4070 Ti Super on top of that. Now, our tiebreakers for that metric come down to round wins, and then if that's tied, we go to kills. So in-game, got to determine if it is kills, and if it is, I think Team Breadman had the most, which is why they secured the victory overall. They just secured the most kills across the board, but we'll double check that and make sure everything's good to go once we get to the final scoreboards. But our next round, Tiff, we are headed to a brand new map. Not only in a new map that we haven't seen today, but also a brand new operations map, okay? So that means we're headed to Brackish. Now, if you all know the weekend map Brackish, it's a nuanced one. It's one that maybe some of you haven't played, but we are headed to the new Tower of Babel Hot Zone part of Brackish. So we've seen Brackish on broadcast before. You and I have casted over a little bit of Brackish. It's actually the map that I believe Gingy pulled the key card on stream in the event from. So has a bit of luck in this one. But you're going to see what's going to look more like a lab, pretty similar to like the Layali Grove map that we started with. Just it's the one that's on Brackish, which is what's called the new Tower of Babel. So excited to see this map and see which team's going to be able to get some early wins. And frankly, which team, if it is going to be Team Symphony, that can clutch it up and win the last couple.
I guess at the end, it's all about how you finish these initial match rounds, because it doesn't matter how you start unless you can just go 3 for 3 and completely shut down Husker's Symphony and Breadman, because the way they're able to just set up on the defense is insane, covering all of those angles. But if they don't have that experience like Team Landmark has on this map in the area, I think that could really benefit them. Now, we did say that a lot about some prior maps on our hot zone, and then immediately as we're popping in, it's like, oh, I didn't realize there was that back zone. So kind of interesting to see the way they're going to approach it.
Well, let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. I believe we're about to hop into our third and potentially final game of the day, but we've got some scores to take a look at. We know who the winner of the first round was, but here's a quick look at it overall. Wow, the amount of kills that Team Symphony's been able to secure is pretty dramatic. Only 1 over Team Landmark, but they have 5 round wins and, of course, a match win. Now, I do believe it's looking like our scoreboard is showing that Team Shroud actually technically wins round 2. I will get an admin to tell me personally that that is correct, but based on our leaderboard, which I assume to be correct, you can see Team Shroud really struggled in the first round and doesn't have the same amount of overall kills, but I think Team Shroud won that second match because they had the most kills in that match, netting pretty much all of their kills in that second match. Again, struggled the first round, but this last round, they got a lot of kills early in the beginning rounds of that event. And even though they didn't win all of the rounds, obviously, they still got kills in some of those rounds. So this leaderboard does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, but I think it's kind of interesting to note that Team Landmark down there at the bottom, while they haven't won any matches, 31 kills. We know they have the fragging potential. We know they're comfortable on their operators and that kind of just how everything works. It's just being able to net enough rounds in one singular match to be able to push them into win conditions and net themselves their own 4070 Ti Supers.
Okay, well, I'm excited to see Shroud here with a potential win, but overall, again, this leaderboard is really showing, frankly, that Team Symphony is the best team here right now. This third map could change everything, but I'm pretty impressed with what we've been able to see with them, like we talked about. And I think as this game is about to get started, let's talk a little bit, Tiff, about operator efficiency, because I'm thinking we're seeing a little bit of some understanding of how some value goes with these operators, like what value you can get out of them. I think there's a little bit of value from Luna. I think there's a little bit of value from Stinger, but frankly, some of the most value I'm seeing, at least, and I'd love to hear your opinions, is Viren and then also our engineers with the frag grenades. I think that's been what I've been seeing, is that having grenades to be able to hold a zone has been super valuable.
Yeah, and I think the reason why those grenades are valuable is because when you get those opening knocks onto a player, to deny them the ability to crawl back to their team, to be able to get them back up on their feet and get to that full number of 3, you can invest those frags and follow up on any of your initial knocks. But when you mention Viren and you start talking about his toolkit in particular, that dynamic propulsion, which is essentially that dash, that can help you if you start going under fire from an area where you're just like, okay, well, I've just got to dash back into cover. Or maybe you want to dash forward to also capitalize on that knock to force the next engagement on some of those teammates. Viren also has that magnetic bomb, which is also an explosive charge to be able to help, not quite as effective as maybe a frag grenade for some of our engineer operators, but it's still enough to kind of disorientate people.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think there's a lot of value from Hat Claw and some of the other operators that we're not seeing as much of, but at the end of the day, you just got to play what you're most comfortable with, right? And I think that's going to be the key too. I think a lot of these players have played Stinger and have played, D-Wolf or Viren, for instance, in normal operations or maybe in warfare, and just feel the most comfortable on those operators, which means that's what you should play. You got to win your fights, and if that's what you need to do, do it. But in terms of like metas or what has been a lot of seen a lot of value, I think you're right. I think you're seeing those engineers. We're seeing a lot of frag grenades. Our explosives are really good. Smokes have been helpful in some sight lines, but we are headed to game 3. Let's see who can win on Brackish. It's time. Pistol round to start. Let's see who can get the win.
Oh, there's a mandel brick behind us. Yeah, I'll grab it. Why not?
Why not? Just grab it. Let's have some fun with it. Way to open things up.
I got one down at the end of the thing.
Nice.
I'm getting shot by his boy. Healing. One's down on the right side of the hallway.
Bro, I could already put it into decode. I'm trying it. I'm doing something risky. I'm decoding.
Bro, we're dying
No,
out here,
I
man.
know, I know. Hold on.
BRB doing a little shenanigans over here, and then you just hear, bro, we're dying out here. Okay, well, Huskers, low HP, Symphony down. Seems like some other people are dying here.
I'm knocked. 2 are knocked,
Oh,
though.
shit.
2 are knocked.
Okay,
I
okay.
might try to trade that res, I'm not sure.
I fell down. I gotta heal.
Quick.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Hutch got fooled. Hutch got fooled.
Okay.
I respect Shroud
Yeah, I
just
gotta
like
pull- I
full
think I
sending
pulled
the
your-
decode while his team's in a fight
Did
because you do force a power position for your team. But unfortunately,
Heal up real quick.
every team has lost a player or two
yeah, we got 50
aside
seconds.
from this squad. So this squad absolutely in the best spot right now, but they only have 50 seconds for this push as Landmarks alone.
I respect the push, but you can see that Team Symphony once again in their pistol round focused on getting that 93R, which is essentially the burst pistol, to be able to just overwhelm people, not only with a lot of these grenades, but you've got D-Wolf in action, that assault operator that has a smoke grenade, 20 seconds on the clock, and it's time to end this one out.
Just keep holding that.
It looks like maybe Shroud's strategy paid off. 2v3, but they've got a massive advantage.
Oh.
And speaking of advantage, a big donation coming in for St. Jude. Shout out to the Fragathon. Oh, they seized it!
That was so close.
They seized it immediately. They were running out of time. Sacriel decided to back off.
Or you're in a 1v3. You're fucked.
No, we've seen this before. We have seen Sacriel do crazy things before. But how to break up Symphony, Huskers, Bread, but Huskers down. It's just a 1v2.
Tagged him. He's peeking that door right now.
Talk about a clutch moment. 5 seconds on the clock. They're able to seize the Mandel brick. Unbelievable.
And they got the res and were able to just completely overwhelm Sacriel. Nice try, though.
So I was trying to cover you from the side, but then they smoked it. Fuck.
There's a lot of value with the smokes, folks.
But it got to 0 and then they took it or something.
shit.
We won.
M16.
But it got to 0 and then they took it or
Oh
something.
shit. It's burst.
Nothing like being
So
little
close.
thieves, bro. You know they timed that to be able to take it at the very last second. But there goes the prep phase. We see the refresh coming in, and hopefully Shroud is going to be happy with this AKS-74. The ammo choices and all of that goes with it.
Things. It's like, I don't think you should do this. You cannot.
Get the brick at all costs.
It's on our left here.
Go down here.
Nice early shots, though, and a little bit of patience coming through for these squads. Now, mind you, when you've got the difference in dynamic here, Team Symphony doesn't usually win that opening match round, right? Like, so to see them just kind of open it up immediately here on Brackish, little difference.
I will say I'm paying attention to the Discord comms from the different teams. Bread was the only one sending strategy to his team. He sent a full little like novella about strategy going into today to his team. But it makes sense to see them near the top of this leaderboard and already in the lead here in map 3.
Okay, okay. You guys want to go down here or no?
Hey, fuck it.
They're just getting risky here. It's all about just doing whatever they can, whether it was forcing the Mandelbrick decodation and everyone else to try to just get there before it was stolen. But it's like, do you want to go down? Yeah, let's go. Let's look for a flank. But we're being cautious about it. Not cautious enough, though, as Hutch gets that opening knock and full and Shroud down. Now it's Sacriel yet again by himself.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Hutch just went crazy.
Oh my god, I'm behind. Yeah, I'm the other team's above me there. Fuck me.
And it sounds like they're not only down in numbers, but also being pinched, I think, between the two teams.
Is there a guy right out your door?
Down the hall from the
You get a frag, and here's my sonic trap on the other opening way. But this is some... That is true. They will know it. They'll be able to read it and come up with a strategy because you are a little bit separated. Brett's still trying to hunt. Now, mind you, this is essentially where Sacriel had just ran away from.
He just crossed on the left.
Okay.
Yeah, Landmark needs to get his team next to him, and they need to start this decoding. At least have a power position on that room and force a fight. There they go. I think that's exactly what they decided to do. They were able to swing across that side, and Gingy's able to make it as well. Wow, what a huge shift in momentum. What looked like a really frustrating spot for Landmark. They're able to now hold this server room with the decoding station in it, and they started it. They're going to have to push through these doors. This is going to be really difficult to break into.
I mean, we're just locked. We're ready. But at least Hutch has that opening information to be like, this is where they're pushing from, and Huskers is just looking for that opening onto Team Landmark.
In this room beside us? I can't tell.
I can't tell. I can't tell.
Husk, is it in?
Oh, it's absolutely in that room. Good luck, gentlemen.
Just the way we're stacked, right? Gingy just says, all right, come on, peek this corner. Like, you have to come in through this doorway, but I love that we're investing the smoke to try and filter on through, but it gives Gingy the sight line. Unfortunately, they stack upon entrance, and it has to rely on Landmark to clutch it up. They don't get the full on Gingy either.
Got like 18 seconds.
Huskers is full. Bread is knocked. Symphony goes for the trade up top and just can't quite commit to the kill. Potentially a trade there down below. Is that Sacro coming in to play? Spoiler? No, that's a free win for Team Landmark. Well done holding that room.
I got the Scar H. That thing's insane. Reload. It's Scar H in the second slot if you guys have that.
Too late for Symphony. He went for the M4. Not a bad weapon. Brett is absolutely correct. The Scar is a fantastic gun to choose right now, especially when they have a win under their belts and have a decent amount of points theoretically.
It was kind of in the dissertation that Brett was providing about Hot Zone. He was like, these are the weapons that I prefer that you utilize. And that was inclusive of the, you know, the AK, the Vector, the Scar H, and that P93R burst pistol. And he's kind of stuck to everything that he had figured out yesterday. And a lot of that is bringing them luck throughout these different rounds that we're witnessing. But now that we're into the final round of the day and we're sitting in that 1-to-1 position, this is where we'll start to see that like kind of deciphering between who's going to be able to pull a lead.
Yeah.
Gingy, you have smoke? Can you smoke this thing? I'll grab it.
Yep.
Smoke the brick.
Great comms. Some smoke coming through. Gingy playing Stinger, of course. Operator with the most smoke in his kit.
Oh my god. Wait, where's the one under? Hold on. Wait. We can get the one under, I think.
Oh, they're hiding in the corner. Surprise! I'm Shroud. Welcome to the party. That's so funny.
A little jump scare. I saw us connecting to the face, but...
Oh my god, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm alive, no. What the heck was that?
That's Viren, baby. that operator is different in team fights. Hutch played that perfectly. Was able to get the knock with his ultimate there, and then was able to clean up magnetic bombs. Just flawless execution from Hutch to try to even up the tides.
We really just went on one of the biggest roller coasters that I've ever seen, but at least it gave us enough time to get Shroud back on their feet, back to a full team of 3 in a 3v3v2 situation.
The other team probably can. We could also just take the mantle brick and leave.
Can smoke it.
What's on that right? Careful.
I'm bringing it back.
Nice grab. They were able to snag the mantle brick from, I believe, they had knocked, and I think they full killed Landmark. Mantle brick dropped on the ground. They were able to pick up the mantle brick after smoking out the angles.
This is not a good spot. Oh, this whole thing's not a good
And then start the decoding station.
Oh god.
This room is tiny, though. They're basically holding a closet.
This is
sure.
Oh.
Yeah, you can vault right up on top.
These windows.
It'd be a shame if we just had a couple Shepherds with their frags coming on in here.
Shepard, Viren. I mean, this is this is gonna be scary. I like the idea of getting off the ground, though. The placement of these grenades is gonna have to be nearly perfect in order to get a full knock. There's a reason Hot Zone is technically in the operations playlist. I mean, this is so strategic. Hush goes flying in and goes, well, that didn't work.
At least we tried it, right? I just want to say, he just goes yeeting by Gingy, and the next thing you know, Summit's on the other side and just says, no, I don't think this is going to work for you. But how are Bread, Huskers, and Symphony going to navigate it by a crazy peak like that?
We got to do a push now. We got to do a push now.
No way.
Standing right up here.
3v2.
Okay. Better open this door.
Oh my gosh! Goes flying in! Byron yet again pays off just in a different way. Boost around the corner is on 1 HP. And they wipe the whole team.
Nice, dude.
Unreal.
That was nice.
Not bad, not bad. Okay, do the Scar 8. Wait,
that quick.
M250 in the last slot. If you refresh, I got it.
Okay, let me refresh. Nah, SR25.
How do I get back to that screen?
Wait, AWM. Wait. I'm using it.
You got the AWM?
Bro, it was red ammo. Like,
What?
Like, epic.
This one.
All right, let's see where we're at right now. We're not. Wait, actually, I can do a quick push. I've got my boost. I can go grab the mantle cell ASAP.
You like that?
This
That was
is
nice, that was
amazing.
nice. All right, stay right here.
Okay, so a couple quick things we learned. One, Brett knows his weapons. He's 100% right. The weapon he is using right now is unbelievably good. Huskers has gone AWM, which is, in my opinion, in everybody's opinion, the best sniper rifle in the game. It essentially one-shots, pending the other armor choices of their opponents. I don't think anybody else is going to be able to pick up level 6 armor based on their wins and the amount of points they have. And so because of that, Huskers is going to be one-shotting people on this map if he hits, and Bread's going to be extremely valuable.
Well, you can already see that they're so aggressive that even if you are trying to hold a small space with that Mandel brick almost decoded, it doesn't matter because they're not afraid to take those close range engagements using that dash from Byron. But for Landmark Hutch, Gingy wanting to bring it to a tie here in round number 3 against Team Symphony.
Oh, look, I love this look at the observer cam. See the full team of 3 sweeping around the corner. Gingy up on piece of high ground here, able to maybe play for a pick through this door.
Yeah.
The mandolin brick just went down the staircase, I think.
What the fuck is that crap?
These are crazy angles these players are figuring out how to play with.
Behind us, like.
Attention, operator. You must stop them from decoding the.
Where's a good spot for me to?
This is why social media and participating in like the Delta Force Discords, Reddits, all the above is so that you can see the way that people can like hold these specific areas on these hot zone maps. Because you know you don't want this happening to you in pubs, okay?
Oh, exactly.
Wow. Okay,
Oh no, Sacriel fried. That's Symphony on the other side. It pays to win, that's for sure. You can see, look at the difference. Team Shroud in trouble. Summit's running tier 2 ammo, tier 3 rather in blue, compared to a tier 5 and tier 6 of his opponents. I mean, it's just not even close. I mean, some headshots absolutely can win the gunfight. Catch your opponent completely unaware, absolutely can win the gunfight. Straight up 1v1, highly unlikely.
Ooh.
This
36
is match
seconds.
Point. This is match point. This could be it. Team Symphony has 2 wins right now, and they're the ones that started this decode.
Oh no, Huskers, we can't be missing that, but we connect, we get the knock, and now finally putting some trades onto Landmark's team.
We're good.
Huskers is last alive, one-shotting his opponents, 15 seconds on the clock. They have to decode this mantle brick. He has to play for a block here and can win the game in 8 seconds. They got to go for it. He's got to be on it.
5 seconds and too much pressure. 3, 2.
Oh, fucking.
They seize it in the last second. Oh my gosh. We know this happened at Team Shroud later, but he's disgusting.
He's on a highlight reel, folks. The AWM.
We won.
Oh, shit.
I thought we lost because they defused it.
See you later, competition. Huskers lets them decode it, but it restarts the time, and there was only a couple players left. They had the advantage, was able to execute it perfectly. If that's not classic Huskers moment, I don't know what is. Grabbing the AWM there was brilliant, and of course, He's really dang good with snipers. He has a crazy aim. It pays off, and somehow, some way, Team Symphony sweep here at the end and win Game 3 in pretty dynamic and impressive fashion.
I mean, just add that one, not only to the Huskers highlight reel, but the Delta Force highlight reel, because we've been having so much fun over the past few months through all of these different events. But if we're going to get snipes like that close range, like, we need all of them, because that was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, no, that was gross. I am insanely impressed with that whole team and everything they were able to accomplish throughout the day today. I did get confirmation, by the way, on the way the tiebreakers worked for Game 2, which is crazy. I'll talk about it in just a second. It was a Team Shroud victory in Game 2. Let's take a quick look at the highlights from Game 3, because there certainly were a ton of them, and excited to look back on Brackish. This, I think, is my favorite map in Hot Zone right now. Really a well-done map and fun to watch. But some quick looks back, of course, Team Landmark, they put up a really good fight, had some really impressive moments. They were able to kind of seize this mantle brick first immediately and kind of force the equation, but it was Team Symphony on the back of Breadman, sure, sometimes, but truly a team effort, able to play some of these tight angles, push into this fight. Breadman right here, this is such a cool moment, able to win with 1 HP in a dream as they trade everybody out. But this moment right here, Huskers, the one-man army with the AWM, 1, 2, and then ends up getting the third right here at the final moment after they seize it. Yes, that's a one-shot, because that is an AWM with tier 6 ammo. See you later. It pays to win. What a cool highlight reel.
Look, I'm just telling you, you were like, I think this is going to be my favorite map in Hot Zone. I just think that was my favorite round in general of all day. And I think everything just started amping up in that initial round where they kind of took over in round 3, where Breadman just uses the dynamic propulsion, dashes on into the room, completely eviscerates Team Shroud. And I was just like, the way he's sitting on 1 HP, and then you have Huskers and Symphony kind of filtering in, and they double down with Huskers having that highlight reel moment.
Brilliant. It was brilliant.
Absolute cinema, okay? Like, just cinema. Perfect.
Super fun to watch. What's your thing of Hot Zone, Tiff? My goodness. I think we're going to be wrapping here shortly. I think that's all we're going to be playing. I think it's just a total of 3 games. But if we've got some room, we may potentially be able to play a little bit more. But while we have a moment, 3 games and of varying degrees of different winners and things, but really fun, exciting games across the board. What'd you think overall about
I loved it.
Hot Zone?
100%. Like, it was insane. This is that level of action that kind of just breaches the gap, because while we do kind of inherently love that operations mode that gives you the strategy and just kind of doing the missions and racking up all of the things on exfil, but then we have warfare that's really chaotic. And then with the LTM of Hot Zone, it kind of blends the strategy with the fast-paced engagement that I just know and love. So I think it's just like the perfect mix of everything Delta Force that is going to be brilliant for everyone out there to enjoy.
I would really encourage everybody watching this broadcast to go try out Hot Zone, and frankly, go try out Operations as well. If you're a Warfare phenom, change it up a little bit, get a little strategic, and you don't have to risk losing your stash by playing here in Hot Zone first, which is really exciting. Now, I've got a couple quick updates. One, Tiff, we're going to Game 4. Everybody said it's good to go. We're going to be booting up Game 4 here in just a second. Now, with Game 4, we're going to be moving to a brand new map, back to Zero Dam. But instead of the underground, we are headed to Barracks for our next Hot Zone map. Now, Game 4, if you remember our format graphic, is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be playing knives and operator abilities only, and every kill you get will steal an RTX 4070 Ti Super from your opponents. This is going to be a lot of fun, Tiff.
I think it's going to be brilliant because you think about who does and who doesn't have RTX 4070 Ti Supers in hand. Team Symphony should have a total of, what, 6 for the entire 2 each?
6 total, yeah.
And then Shroud, they should all have 1 each. So if you're coming into this knives only and you can only use that alongside your operator abilities, it's what is going to give you that best ability to destroy your opponents and steal those graphic cards.
Yeah, quick look at the standings here on our graphics cards. This is really important. Shroud's team did win Game 2, by the way. The kill breaker, or wow, the kills tiebreaker was actually really interesting. Here's a look at that leaderboard. 47 total kills for Team Symphony. They've been dominating all day today. They have 2 RTX 4070 Ti Supers each. Team Shroud won game 2. They were tied in kills in the round in total, obviously had the same amount of round wins. So our next tiebreaker was the most individual kills, which ended up being Shroud. That's the reason they won game 2, by the way. But yeah, so you can see some really good stat lines across the board as we're hopping into game here, headed back to Zero Dam. Here's a look at where our RTX 4070 Ti Supers are at right now. Every kill that you get with a knife or an operator ability on an opponent that has one of these 4070 Ti Supers, you are going to steal from them. Super important that you have to get the kill. So if you kill Landmark in game 4, you're not stealing anything. They don't have anything to steal. But if Landmark kills Shroud, Shroud's going to lose his RTX 4070 Ti.
Nothing to lose, everything to gain for Team Landmark over there. And I'm curious, we did see Luna kind of come out a little bit in some of our earlier rounds with that kind of recon kit. Do you think that that will be viable here? Can we combat some of the frag grenade utilization that we've been witnessing? Because I couldn't imagine that people will not choose Viren for that dash and quickness ability. Knife him out.
Well, let's see. Game is ready. We're hopping into our 4th and final game of the day. Shout out to all of our creators getting involved here. Knives only and operator abilities only. Absolutely need operators that can get kills. Now, I really can appreciate that we got a couple hat claws on this team for one reason. The throwing knife, extremely deadly. Makes a lot of sense that they're going that direction. We got some frag grenades on the side of Luna, so that makes some sense. But this is going to be a lot of standoff. It's going to be really interesting to see what they're able to do here.
Abilities too? I'm so confused.
I don't know.
Abilities too? No confusion here. Just make sure you're getting the kills.
Ambush this guy in the corner. Y'all ready?
Which one, bro? Which guy in the corner?
Viren goes crazy. They're knifing like a lunatic right now. That's one knock. They do have to get the full kill. I think that's Shroud on Luna. Oh, Heckclaw was in the corner.
Oh no, Shroud trying to run, trying to chase when the hunted become the hunters. This is how we're doing. Can we get the rescue? We bait it and we get the knife.
Shroud's going absolutely berserk right now. Baited the res into the knife knock. Oh no! A cooked frag. We lose Shroud. Holy cow. What are we watching? This is chaos.
I don't have any meds. I dropped all my shit. Are you full dead?
Yeah, he's full dead.
He's full dead. Let me grab some utility here, some resources. It's fine.
I don't know. Fuck it. Put the brick in.
Oh my
Stop,
god.
bro. Stop.
Stop, bro. Stop.
All right. So this is interesting. You know, knives and operator abilities only. We see Stinger, D-Wolf, and Viren.
Yeah, okay.
This team's goal is to not die because they have graphics cards apiece. So now they're trying to figure out, what do we do?
Was that your smoke?
Yeah.
Okay. What the hell?
We chill.
Yo, I thought it was over. I thought it was over. No. It's a
Just lay down. Don't. The footsteps are loud. The footsteps are loud. Just lay down.
Play audio cues, chill, relax, don't die, don't lose the RTX 4070 Ti Supers.
I'll scare the shit out of them.
Honestly, I respect this because here's the thing. I think this is important to remember. If we're playing for steals only in this game, of course, overall wins matter. Overall wins currently is led by Breadman & Co. They are currently leading the overall wins category. They also have 2 4070 Ti Supers apiece. They are actually the ones in the power position. They don't necessarily need to win these rounds in this game. So their only goal is to stay alive. So they're going to give the win to Landmark's team.
Look, there's a lot of things that Team Symphony and I have in common. Same goal, always in hot zone. Stay alive.
And like, I don't hate playing Stinger here for several reasons. One, smoke and run because they're trying to stay alive. But two, you can heal your teammates while the knives are swinging and grenades are flying. That's a win for Team Landmark. What a wild first round.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But you didn't. The key word there, almost.
Yeah. I think it's the... I don't know.
There's still some strategy in the picks here. Looking for the best armor that you can get.
We got the same spot.
Potentially meds.
Shit, do you imagine there's a way to get...
Because if we kill them,
Oh
then they
yeah,
lose
if you
their
die, then you
GPUs.
lose your thing. So let's go and steal them.
100%.
Vandal brick and decoding
So does that mean I
device
just got a
located.
GP?
Get
I'm
the
so
brick
confused.
at all costs.
I think they figured out. Here's a quick look, by the way, of barracks. I love this section of the map. It's one of my favorites. Really feels balanced to me as well, as the players are in a bit of a standoff. Hutch might get a little...
There we go.
Hutch might get a little active here as they are absolutely signaling to each other. We don't want to fight. It's okay. Everything's fine.
Oh.
It's all peace,
Oh
love,
my-
but it's Hutch who goes down because Sacriel says, nah, this is how we're gonna do it.
Sacriel hits the throwing knife. I told you Hat Claw's good.
I think me and Hutch were having a friendly conversation there, using our movements, and then he threw...
A little bit of a dance here. Just be like, hey, how's it going? Let's just have a mutual agreement. But then there's no mutual here.
communicating, don't kill, let's kill the COD kids.
Oh,
But that's just my guess. That's
didn't
the
know.
vibe I was...
I'm gonna nade him.
There's some non-verbal communication. Go kill all the COD kids. I don't think that's the case. I think the that agreement's made up because Landmark is hunting these people down.
Look, they want the RTX 4070 Ti Supers. Shroud's team has them. Landmark's team wants to steal them. And I love that Shroud is just like, let's go kill the COD kids. But I mean, I'm not seeing that relayed.
There they are.
Also,
There they are.
I think technically last round, Landmark's team wiped Shroud Squad. So I think Landmark's team is actually the ones that now have the graphics cards. But I'm not positive on that. And here we go. It is about to be an all-out brawl. I don't know who came up with this for our last game, but I love it.
Come back over
It's just utter chaos.
Stay back over here. Stay back over here. There's still 2 minutes. There's still 2 minutes. It's a long time.
If you're standing
Get all your
up.
nades and stuff back.
Yeah. I got one more.
No!
Do you know what I just thought about, Goj? While all this is happening,
2 vs 2.
we could go the max rounds here if
Oh, yeah.
people do not actually net their wins. So even if Team Symphony is just trying to not die, it's not netting them round wins. Because they don't care who actually wins, but someone needs to take 3 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great shout. Honestly, you really want to get, if you're the one that has all the graphics cards, you really want to try to get this round over with as fast as possible. Like, you want to finish this game without dying. But here we go. Gingy might get a little active. Trying to figure out who to go for first. Hack the operator that she is using. Ooh, I think she got one, or at least got him low. The operator she's using is able to drop the HP of her opponents down. I'm not sure if it changes the amount of knives needed to get the kill or not, but look at Symphony just playing support.
You think I go with you?
Oh, okay. Blind.
Oh, God.
One with red.
Hey, you only got nades or no?
No.
Nah, not for 30
What's
seconds.
the thing in the decoder?
Uh-oh. 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 Oh, look at him go! Landmark's able to drop one at least. They're trading back and forth, but you got to get the full kill. Husker's in his bag right now.
Yeah, here. Yeah.
He and Symphony so low, and they're going for a quick res. That is a full wipe, by the way, on Team Landmark. So I think
All right, now
the
we
squad
game
on our screen has all of the graphics cards thus far.
He's putting it in. He's putting it in.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
he's different with it. Hacklaw goes crazy. Oh, he's got 2. Can he get a third? Oh, it's so close.
I was trying to say,
He
grab the guy
almost
and put the knife
1v3'd.
up, so you lost the GPU, the guy on the ground. Just kill him really quick to lose it. Damn it. It was so, dude, you actually almost 1v3 though. That's crazy.
Yeah, has one swing off 1v3.
That's crazy.
Just absolutely built different here for Sacriel here. But like you're hearing it, right? This round is the most chaotic one because of the thievery.
It just transfers to me and then back again.
Is that how that works? Maybe, actually, yeah.
Okay, so if I read that correctly, I'll get confirmation from our admin team.
On the second guy, and it didn't kill him.
But I think Breadman, Symphony, and Huskers have 3 graphics cards apiece, and they're the only ones that have it.
Part of the edge of the map is.
Which means everybody needs to hunt them.
Go that way. All right, so we're looking for Team A. Team A.
Magnetic bomb out.
Oh yeah, they know it.
Hold on, I have an idea. We see them.
Stick it to me.
Oh, dude, wait, that strategy's crazy. Here comes the fight, though. This is going to be really important. He's low. Hutch got knocked down, but is not fully out. He just can stand back up. We got grenades. We got triple blasters. This is chaos.
You can see it in Hutch's face. He's like, what just happened, Landmark? We got 10 HP. We're trying. We're mounting. But look at everyone just like pacing. How do we decide to lay siege? Goodbye. Breadman brings the knife to Landmark's throat.
Okay, wait.
Oh, no.
Symphony got full killed, though.
Wait.
So that does mean
How do they have 2 of the same?
that Symphony lost his one of his 3 graphics cards. If the boys traded here, which I think they did, this is the only 2 teams fighting, then either Huskers or Breadman have 4 graphics cards and Symphony has 2. I think that's how that all works, is you're trading graphics cards for every kill, and Symphony did get full killed there. This is insane. What a way to finish this event.
Yes.
Yeah, one's near me.
Scanning.
The calm before the storm, right? Maybe Sacriel can kind of go crazy here when needed yet again.
Get him. Hold on, Rod.
Duplication is active. Grab a copy now.
He's blind. He's blind.
Oh, missed it.
He's dead. Later.
Shroud is so locked in on this.
Go back. Okay, we might want to go back to the bandle brick because he might have stole it.
He's behind you.
Oh,
Flash him. He's not blind.
Oh, get
nice shot. That's such a good shot. He's going to be 1 knife, probably, whoever this is. 1 knife for a kill. Oh, misses the second one. No, look at Shroud.
The hot pursuit.
I'm here.
And it's...
He got away.
But that is round over. I do think they were able to get 1, so I think Team Shroud, and I think it is Shroud that has it. I want to say Shroud has a mandel brick.
Okay, how many points we got? We're on the board.
Yeah.
Are we on the board? Do we have graphics cards?
I think it's individual.
Individual? How do we even math this up?
They said we have 2 each.
I don't know. I'm assuming they're somehow doing all the math.
Okay.
Oh, admins are doing the math, boys. You don't worry about it. Just stay alive.
We should just go plant this and end it ASAP.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in here again, bro. They're in here again.
I hear them. Yep, they're right here.
Oh. Here we go. Just trying to survive, but I don't know how anyone can thrive in this situation.
I don't even know.
Fucking blew his ass up.
Bro, right on the right wall, hugging.
I got Hutch. Oh, they're pushing me. Good push, good.
I'm down,
Got him. Oh,
nice.
Wow, what a trade.
They're gonna be chasing soon.
That's Team Call of Duty. They're afraid.
I tried right-clicking. Like this. I don't know
Did they just full wipe
That's fantastic.
Team Landmark? I think that's a full wipe on Team Landmark.
I'm just smiling because of the banter.
It's a fair 3v3. I think we fight this.
All right.
Yeah, they're coming over here. They're arrowing and shit. Position exposed. Scanning, moving, use it.
You want me to just smoke us when they push us, or?
Yeah.
Is that too?
Right here.
Just smoke.
We need to single out one person and kill them.
Yeah, 100%.
Use your like nade things. I'm gonna stumble. I think. I stumble.
This is a full and true 3v3, but there's a lot more on the line for Team Symphony. Here they go, chasing each other down. Huskers and Bread able to double team one player out in the open.
Kneeling.
Looks like Sacriel's team was able to get one back. Uh-oh, Shroud's in a bit of trouble. Sacriel's getting it. Multi-fight, but he's winning it. Sacriel just kills them all. He's different. He's got 2 HP in a dream. Sacriel with the knives goes crazy.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's because I'm from London. I'm from fucking London, mate. You get shanked. You what? You slag.
This is unbelievable, Tiff. What are we watching right now? They just grabbed a ton of graphics cards away from Team Symphony.
Okay. All right. Smoke tech. Okay. Oh, put painkillers in. Put painkillers in. That's big.
I'm reloading. Vandal brick and decoding devices.
I mean, we're getting all the strats coming in. At the helm is Breadman trying to keep this team alive, wanting to get some of those graphics cards back after London Boy Sacriel decides I'm just better with melee.
Yeah, let me be very clear for people watching. If this feels chaotic, it's because it is. They've won they've won GPUs leading up to this round. Every kill that you get in this match, you steal a GPU away from your opponents if they have one, which some do, some don't. Now Team Shroud has some. Team Symphony has some still. And I'm not sure if Team Landmark has any. If they do, they only have like one across their entire team. As Team Hutch rather, tries to go in. Able to knock one. I think is going to get traded out, though.
Oh, nice.
He's dead. Where are you?
On the corner, right next to you.
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. I thought that was a smoke.
Thank you.
A little life alert. We got to get him back up. Especially if this is our neighborhood thief to be able to put people in their place.
I could smoke this and just like diffuse it to buy us more time.
Yeah, I'm smoking it and I'm putting my heel in it.
Okay, do it.
It's a healing smoke.
Diffuse it.
Yeah.
These two are on us. Just go all this way.
Where are you?
Nice commit to the Mandel Brick. Able to seize it and restart the timer for their team, and they're going to back off. I like the idea that Symphony was going for, by the way, of let's throw up some smoke, let's do a healing cloud. It might be able to give us one extra knife, sustained through a team fight, potentially.
Well, actually, hold on.
Have to do what we have to do, whatever it is, to procure the graphics cards. Mind you, we're on round 5 of 7. No one has ended this just yet.
2 round wins right now, where I believe Team Shroud. Somebody, who else would it be, Tiff? Of course it's Sacriel going crazy with Hat Claw.
I killed one.
Getting kill after kill.
Play slow, heal up.
I lost the one.
It's okay, because this is where Team Shroud has really been excelling.
I'm healing.
But Bread and Huskers are going to have to be a dynamic duo to be able to steal everything back.
The coding station has been reset again.
Yep, I did.
A minute 20 on the clock and counting.
They're on this entrance right here. Oh shit.
Alright, we're probably just gonna have to...
They're both on me.
The other one's on the right somewhere.
Summon is getting active.
Flashing?
All we gotta do is hit one, and if a flash here is huge as well. I really like that they decided to go Hat Claw in this fight. This makes a ton of sense. Here we go. This is wild.
They group back up and they try to take him down together, but they just go big yet again.
Wait, we just won. Wait, we're good.
That's it, folks. That's all she wrote. They not only stole a bunch of GPUs, planted the Mandel Brick, stolen Mandel Brick.
He's in North America right now.
And then Sacriel goes absolutely wild with a total of 8 kills across the board. What a wild way to finish this event, Tiff. That was utter chaos, and we love chaos in this house.
We do, but I'm just like feeling for our team behind the scenes that just has to be able to be like, okay, every knife is the RTX 7020i Super, just like exchanging hands. But at the end of the day, at the end of round 4, where does that leave us? Who has the most?
so much math. I think you're gonna see Team Symphony have some, and I think you're gonna see Team Shroud have some, a lot more than they originally had. And I think you're going to see Team Landmark with 0. Let's take a quick look back at some of the highlights from that match as our admin team's doing some crazy math as all of our GPUs are being exchanged hands, I guess, theoretically. But some fun moments, and I think immediately we realized Team Shroud had it going on. They figured it out. Not only with the Hat Claw operator, they were just timing their melees perfectly and using their equipment extremely effectively. One of the ways to do that is using some of the flashes you get from the drone that Hat Claw puts out, flashes your opponents, and you get the better of them.
Yeah, but the best part is that Team Symphony was all no peace. Like, we were just like, we're not even gonna fight, we're gonna vibe. And then Zachary's just like, oh, is that what you want? Almost with this 1v3 right here.
Crazy.
The letdown, the disappointment that we don't finish that off. But then he's like, all right, it's fine, don't worry, I'll get my piece.
Yeah, this was some wild moments. The cook nades certainly helped as well, but Landmark outnumbered, and the throwing knife, obviously a miss this time, but Shroud is able to clean up there and take the elimination. The throwing knives, I think, were the most value that they got out of this entire chaotic end to our event. And again, when you think about operator abilities and you think about knives only, you absolutely think of Viren, you absolutely think of D-Wolf with Triple Blaster. But my goodness, Sacriel and Hat Claw was just different.
Let's go, Chris.
Let's fucking go.
I feel like you just have to let that exact replay right there breathe, because it's almost as good as Husker's back in just a prior round with the AWM, right? It's like Sacriel and the knife, Husker's and the AWM.
I think Sacriel's right. I think they do have the most of the 4070 Ti supers. I think they were able to get the most eliminations and also die the least. I think that was something key. Like, you got to remember with our math, if you get a full kill, but then you get killed, you're net 0, right? And so they were able to win the most rounds, which means they were alive the most. They won all 3. They won a round, which means they actually tie Team Symphony for the most wins overall, by the way. 2 wins apiece in our total of 4 rounds. Team Landmark unable to grab a victory, but also they got a lot of kills. So I truly think that Team Shroud's gonna have the most graphics cards at the end of the day. But admins are doing some clarifying behind the scenes, and we'll figure that out here shortly. Tiff, well, I'll bring it back to you. Obviously, I asked you about Hot Zone already, and we had some fun talking about that. But with the chaotic end that we just wrapped with, what do you think about the event overall? Obviously, a blast and chaotic, but some wild action.
Yeah, so let's just be real. The season Starfall Hot Zone Showdown was everything that I thought it was going to be. We knew it was going to be chaotic. We knew it was going to be action-packed. But when you bring every one of our talented competitors and streamers into close range, we know they can all shoot, but it's all about adapting to their operators and putting in the research that we saw a lot of our competitors do, such as Breadman, and how that affects it. But then when you bring it to round 4 with the knives only and the operator abilities, it's such that high risk, high reward, and the stakes that we love, Goj.
Yeah, oh, totally agree. It was high risk, high reward all day today. One of my favorite parts about these broadcasts is I feel like we are, as close to experts as we can be here in the booth, but we always learn something on broadcast. I learned Sacriel is an absolute phenom with the knife. I didn't know that beforehand. I also learned some strategies with Hot Zone. We saw some really interesting peak angles that you could hold. Obviously, the strategy of going for Mandel Brick off rip maybe isn't one that is intuitively something you would go for immediately. You'd just be going for kills, and you're like, wait, this actually gives us a lot of power in the game. That was certainly the case as well. Resetting that timer, though, also isn't an instant win. We saw that with Huskers. His Mandel Brick was stolen at the last second in game 3. He had the AWM, but it still kept the timer going and reset that timer, and he was able to piece his opponents and get the victory. So some fun strategies learned on broadcast. I know our players learned a lot as well. I think Barracks is one of my favorites from a map standpoint here in Zero Dam, which of course we only saw with knives and operator abilities, so it'd be fun to watch it with some gunplay as well. But yeah, some really good action across the board, and I am not jealous of our admin team. There's a lot of maps, so or a lot of math and maps today, so it's fun, and we'll see who ends up coming out on top. But yeah, a great day in the office, Tiff. So if you were to load into Hot Zone right now while we wait on this map, what operator are you choosing, do you think? Because I know you're an aggressive player. I know you were trying to learn how to play a little bit more patient today, but what would you be going for?
My intuition tells me that I would love to be a stinger just for my teammates and to help them overall. But when you say that aggressive nature of me, you know that I want Viren to just be able to full send people, close that gap, and just completely take people off guard, right? It's the things that you're not expecting, whether it's using the dynamic propulsion to get out of that line of fire, but I would use it to shake things up, similar to that push that we saw from Team Symphony onto Shroud's team early on in, I believe that was Brackish.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think it's a great shot. Viren is definitely my go-to in operations as well. Stinger, very valuable, being able to push fights. I mean, Hutch was nasty with Viren today, frankly, across the board, as he always is in these events. But a couple quick reminders for the people at home as we start wrapping up the show and our admins are almost done with their math. One, if you haven't downloaded Delta Force, I don't know what you're doing. You got to try out this limited time game mode of Hot Zone. You got to try out operations as well. If you've only played Warfare, dip your toe into some operations, folks. I want to see some clips on the timeline. A really fun game mode with a totally different pace of play. And Hot Zone, this limited time mode that is only available right now, it'll be a limited time in game, is a great way to kind of dip your toes into the operations side without losing your entire stash when you die. Definitely try it out. It's a lot of fun. And also drop a follow on all major socials. Do you like events like this? I certainly do. There's a lot more out there, and there's events open to the public that actually we've got a couple that are not too far away. So if you want to get involved in events in the future, there's creator events that are happening. You've got to get plugged into all of the socials that Delta Force has to offer. They literally have a platform on every social media you can think of. There's guides out there. There's content creators making tons of videos. You can learn a lot about Delta Force just by paying attention to socials. Part of those socials is Discord, which is important for two reasons. One, that's how you can get involved in events. I think there's actually a public ask out there right now for anybody trying to get involved. But also, not only the events, you also get Delta tickets by attaching your Discord to your overall Delta Force account. So join the Discord, but also make sure you attach your accounts so that you can get 100 Delta tickets. It's a great way to earn some things just via in-game by just attaching a social account. Some really cool stuff. There's like almost 500,000 people, I think, in the official Discord. Definitely go get involved. Maybe, join a looking for group over there and make some new friends. Lots of cool stuff in the Delta Force ecosystem. Shout out to Gingy in the chat. I see you. I hope you're feeling better soon, and GG's to you as well. But with those reminders, this is all about Starfall, folks, and we love this new Starfall season. You've got to check out everything it has to offer, including new cosmetics. The new season pass has some really cool stuff in it, so go check that out as well. I'm certainly picking that up. But the standings are ready. Here it is in just a moment. Pick up these Starfall rewards. Check out all the login bonuses we have. You can earn while our players are earning today just by logging into the game. Had to show this to you really quick because there's some really cool stuff in the game right now. But let's see who walked away with all those graphics cards. Tiff, walk me through what we're seeing here on the leaderboard, and let's see maybe who's our overall champion.
Okay, well, to no surprise here, we knew that Team Shroud would walk away with the majority of the RTX 4070 Ti Supers. But I was actually really shocked that Sacriel didn't have more. You're tied with 3 for Shroud, 3 for Sacriel, and then down to Team Symphony, which had the majority of the graphics cards going into that initial knives out in only operator ability mode, right? So it's a little shame that Symphony doesn't actually end up with any. Unfortunate for them in Summit 1G, but the teammates do hold down the fort. So you said it earlier, Goj, you were like, hey, maybe if a player gets a couple extra, maybe they'll show some love back to the community. This is where you look towards right there. I mean, I see 3 for Shroud, 3 for Sacriel, 2 for Bredman, 1 for Huskers, and none for Team Landmark.
Yeah, this is tough. I'm gonna be honest. This is super tough. I'm impressed, frankly, but tough to see a team like Team Landmark walking away with 0 RTX 4070 Ti Supers. But overall, just been a really fun event across the board. And, you know, shout out to Shroud. Team Shroud, they came out swinging literally in the end, and it paid off. I think they're going to do some giveaways as well. I'm sure they're going to spread the love maybe to Summit. So pay attention to all of our creator socials. We said that at the top of the show. I don't think they need 3 graphics cards. They might need one of those, but I think they're going to do some giveaways. And maybe Breadman's going to share the love. He's got 2 as well, and maybe we'll send 1 Symphony's way. But congratulations to all of our streamers, and thank you to all of our streamers for competing today. This was a ton of fun, and a lot of graphics cards exchanging hands. I think at the end of the day, we had 2 teams on 2 wins. So a great effort across the board, Tiff, and it was a lot of fun.
It really was a lot of fun, Goj. As always, it's a great time to be here on these Delta Force events alongside you with the team and watching our creators get crazy, get innovative, and see what they can do to maximize those awesome rewards. I had a blast, dude. I had a blast.
Yeah, Tiff, thank you so much for joining us in the booth. I'm sure we'll see you in future Delta Force broadcasts down the line. But until then, I bid you farewell. Have a great rest of your weekend. A great job here in the booth. We love Tiff in this house. Shout out to Tiff. Maybe some hearts in chat for Tiff today. Folks, what a fun event. We've been talking a lot about graphics cards, kills, hot zone, Starfall new season. Before we close out today, I would love to show you one quick more time. If you missed our last broadcast that we did on this channel, the 2025 roadmap. This is a really cool graphic. I want to close on this because Delta Force has a ton going on in their ecosystem. There's so much happening in 2025, and here's just a quick look at everything they are doing throughout the course of this year. Every quarter is going to have new content for you to get involved with. Definitely go check out, of course, the season passes, a great way to get new content. There's also a bunch of free things that you can earn just by logging in like we talked about. But here's a look at kind of the roadmap of everything that they're bringing each of the quarters of this year. Worth playing all year round, I'll just say that. And there's a lot more that's not on this map that is coming as well. The devs were talking a ton about this in our dev interview only about a week or so ago. So definitely go check out that broadcast if you missed it. But I just wanted to show you this because Delta Force has a crazy amount to offer. Thank you all for being here, and thanks for hanging out with us all day today. We had a ton of fun. Drop those follows. Make sure you get into the Discord. That's all I have for you. As a reminder, we couldn't do it without you, the viewer, so thanks for being here. And I'm sure you'll be seeing me in a future broadcast. I believe we've got another one on Tuesday. You're not going to want to miss it. You'll see the date and time here at the end of the broadcast. Thanks for tuning in. 17 times to take down your opponents. It's just more about, see, catching them out in the open when they're not looking. Landmark sweeps around the crate now. The bakery is open, Tiff. Who makes the first move?
Oh, you can shoot through that door?
Oh,
I had no idea that door. I thought that was an impenetrable door.
To Bread, who is last alive for his team and in trouble.
well, look at Gingy here. She's just ready to put...
A crazy nice fight set up here from Team Landmark. In trouble.
We have 33 seconds left on the clock to defend, and an amazing peek from Landmark to take down Huskers. We're being attacked.
One. And it looks like the team in the other. Here comes the push. Several in the corners. Trading hands back and forth, but Bread has the perfect angle. Varn comes flying in. Bread's out of ammo. Finally able to reload. Holy, that was close.
I don't know how I didn't down him. No.
Reloaded.
That was on me. That was on me.
I don't like that.
Cracked one in the head. Down
Brick in. I seriously think they put the brick in. Yeah, they did. They did. We didn't see it. Fuck.
Shit.
It doesn't say it on the screen anywhere.
One's on the top two. Oh boy, that sucks.
They're up here.
Hi, down.
Oh, I got headshotted. Key vest.
kill one. Hold one.
Nice.
Right up here. Let's say right up here.
Okay. Better open this door.
I kill one. Nice.
Another one on me. Weak dead.
All right, go hit it. Go Tiny Ronnie right now. Another one up here. Just don't die, Haas. We're good.
Oh, fuck, I didn't know you did.
I'm finding now. Nice. Oh my god.
Oh. No.
Nah, not for 30
What's
seconds.
the thing in the decoder?
Oh, get him.
What are you gonna
Yes.
Kill him. Lose his GPU. Thirst him.
Trap is working. Attention, operator. Must stop them from stealing the brick.
Hit him. I'll let him run.
Brick duplication is active. Grab a copy now.
He's blind. I'm cutting him up. He's dead. Later. No GPU for you, buddy.
Well, hugging.
I got hurt. Oh, they're pushing me. Good push.
I'm down.
Got him.
We cannot let them go.
Got one. Kneeling. Nice, Chris. I'm coming to you.
Let's go, Vic.
Last one. Let's go, Chris.
Let's fucking go. You captain my gas.
Wait, we just won. Wait, we're good. Oh, nice.
Get away from my bottle of water.